Welcome, everyone, to tonight's broadcast of WSLM 1220 and West Washington live stream, along with IHSA TV tonight, who picked up our stream. This is Craig Akers and Darren Russell here at Paoli for the matchup of the unbeaten Senators and the once-beaten Paoli Rams.
Yes, it's a great night. It should be a wonderful game. I mean, West Washington has rolled the first 3 weeks or 4 weeks, and this is a big game. Paoli, they've already got a big crowd here 15, 20 minutes before the game starts, and the bleachers are filling up very quickly. It's their youth cheer night, and so we had that a couple weeks ago, and we know what type of crowd that brings. And more importantly, this is going to be a very big game as far as conference goes. Paoli has won all of their conference games. We've won all of ours. And, we win tonight, we have guaranteed ourselves at least a share of the PLAC. And, that's one of the goals Coach Bausman and all the coaches talk about at the beginning of the year is the conference, county, sectional. Those are the 3 goals. And the first one starts with the conference. And, this is going to be a huge test for the Senators. Paoli comes in here with great size up front. And, it's going to be interesting to see how our front line does, because we've talked all year long about how well they played, even though Caleb Murphy goes out the first game. Trenton Binskin was out a game. Big Mike Leach tore his ACL last week, and really after the first quarter and a half he was out. So we got depth there, so that's one good thing.
We're going to step aside, have a commercial break while they play the national anthem. We'll be back in just a moment.
Let's get on our feet and give a big hand to the starting lineup at McDonald's here in Salem. The quarter pounder is coming on the field. Filet of fish and those golden delicious fries are warming up on the sideline. And now for the feature star of the night, the Big Mac. You score every time with a hot, fresh meal from McDonald's in Salem, whether you're there for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Take a time out and stop by before or after the big game to check out their all-day breakfast menu or value menu. Download the McDonald's app and you can get great deals on delicious tastes all day long, including buy 5 McCafe drinks and get 1 free. You'll score every time with the wife and kids when you make a touchdown at the Golden Arches right here in Salem. And don't forget, McDonald's has gift cards so you can give that great fresh taste all season long. Or stop by 601 South Main Street today. And be sure to tune in on Wednesday nights at 7 for WSL. We'll be broadcasting live at McDonald's for Coach's Corner.
What's included in the price of a ticket to attend an IHSAA athletic event?
Harris cuts left, darts right, and goes straight to college!
High school sports teach life skills that go beyond the field of play. Skills that pave the way to a better education and a more fulfilling career. It's all included in the price of admission when you attend a high school athletic event. All you have to do is buy a ticket.
I can do that.
This message brought to you by the IHSAA.
We are back here on WSLM 1220 and West Washington live stream. We're at Cook Field here in Paoli. About 10 minutes before kickoff, we've got the fight songs going on, so you may be getting those a little bit in the background. It is kind of an interesting night here with the Senators coming to town. Last time the Senators came here, they were dismissed rather handily, 48-0, I believe. So it's a game. Last time they were here, these Senators got kind of a bad taste in their mouth.
Yeah, and I remember the time before that we were here. I think Landon McPeters ran the ball like 8 times, had 7 touchdowns, something crazy like that. I'd never seen that before in a high school game or any game. But so that was neat to say. But yes, the last time I was here, we was on the other end, and a lot of these kids that are playing tonight were freshmen and sophomores playing in against a very experienced Paoli team, and they've grown up, they've got the experience, and it should be a great game. You look at some of the stats that the Senators have put up this year. We ran the ball 93 times for over 9 yards a carry, and that's with Bobby Stevens, the 2,300-yard rusher from last year, being out after the first quarter of the first game. So very impressive numbers there. Also got 13 touchdowns on the ground, averaging 210 yards a game on the ground. Passing wise, this is a stat that jumps out at me. We're 59 out of 71 for 83%, which that is very, very impressive. I don't care what type of routes you're running. As a high school kid, you're completing 83% of your passes. You're doing something right, and that's for 834 yards through 4 games. Altogether, the Senators have almost 1,700 yards in total offense, are averaging over almost 420 yards a game. But on defense, this is the stat that jumps out at me, is we've played 2 very well-known running teams in Springs Valley and Mitchell, and combined on the season, teams have ran the ball 148 times for 327 yards, or only 2.2 yards per carry. And that you don't see that very often in high school. A defense being that strong, limiting teams, especially that like to run the ball to that. And we've only given up one touchdown on defense through the first 4 games. Other teams have attempted 45 passes against us for 14 yards, or 31%, and only 124 yards. And I believe we've picked off five passes so far through 4 games. So defense is playing extremely well.
Coming into this game, West Washington is 4-0. Paoli is 3-1. Their one loss did come to Corden, I believe.
Right. Yeah.
It was Corden, 40-24. Matchup of a coach who's been at his school for a while and another coach who's been around for a while, but first year here. West Washington is coached by Coach Philip Bausman, who's 87-50 in his 13th year here at West Washington. Then we've got Brian Blessing, who is 3-1 at Paoli, but in his 19th season overall, he has been at Floyd and at Jeffersonville, so he's definitely got some experience there.
Yeah.
We've talked about the last time these 2 teams met here. Last year when they met at West Washington, it was a 34-16 win for Paoli. The records of the opponents, West Washington, their opponents have been 4-12, and Paoli's are 5-11. So both have played, not stellar competition so far yet this year, but this is the first real matchup probably for both of the teams coming to the field tonight.
Yeah, and I think both teams are really excited and anxious to play somebody quality competition. They know they're going to be challenged, and that's what you play for. Kids don't want to play in 50-point wins every weekend. So, both teams are excited. Paoli feels like this is an opportunity for them to, basically take control of the conference situation. And, listening to their crowd as Paoli's getting ready to run out, they are jacked, and they are ready to roll. And, the Senator fans on the other side, they look like they're ready to go as well.
It's a game that is going to definitely have PLAC title written all over it. These 2 teams kind of are in their own driver's seat.
Exactly.
If West Washington wins tonight, they get a share, and if Paoli wins tonight, they're going to end up with at least a share. Both teams could come out outright winners of the PLAC if things work out well. But Senator fans there at home, we're expecting a big win tonight from those Senators. We do have fireworks going off.
Fireworks, cannons, those are things I don't want to be seeing or hearing much of tonight.
That's the truth. It's a beautiful night for some football here. We've got just a little bit of overcast clouds, probably 75, 80 degrees. Definitely was hotter earlier, but it is cooling off just a little bit once that sun gets behind the trees over behind the far end zone. It'll definitely cool off and be a beautiful night for some football here.
Yeah, and the quicker that sun goes down and the cooler it gets, the better it is, because no air conditioning up here in the press box. So we got to tough it out.
That is true. So we've got about 4 minutes before kickoff. We're going to send it out to a commercial break, and we'll be back in just a moment.
After a joint surgery, injury, or illness, Battleview and Salem Crossing are the best choices for helping you recover. Our Moving Forward rehabilitation program offers a full range of therapies. We're here to help you return home safely with the skills you need to live life on your own terms. Battleview and Salem Crossing, 2 great options for your rehabilitation. To learn more, visit asccare.com or call 888-996-8272.
Wouldn't it be great to find a dealer that puts their customer satisfaction over their profits? Well, you have. Eddie Gilstrap Motors in Salem, Indiana has been your hometown Ford dealership for over 80 years. No hassle, no pressure, and ranked in the top 6% nationwide for customer service. Specializing in Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, Eddie Gilstrap Motors is your one-stop shop for your sales, service, and auto body repair needs. Visit us today at EddieGilstrapMotors.com or come see us at 207 South Main Street, downtown Salem, Indiana.
Back here at Cook Field, we're getting ready to have the captains come walking out onto the field for the simulated coin toss. They definitely do that before the game starts, so it's just simulated. They've already done it, so you won't see a coin flip there at home, those of you watching, but it's already been done, and Paoli sends their 3 captains out, and West Washington sends their 4 out. We've got Holden Bousman, Chase Farmer, Harrison Sanford, and it looks like Bryce Brown out. So great to have those guys out there.
Be interesting to see who wins it and whether they defer or take it. You can tell a lot about the situation based upon just the opening coin toss as far as what they expect to do. And it looks like
West Washington
has won. They're going to defer.
They're going to defer it to the second half, so West Washington will get the ball first in the second half.
And I can't blame West Washington. They're going to want to come out and send a message with their defense. And as strong as they played all year long, why not? Why not put them on the field first and let them get into a flow and see what happens from there. Last week, Springs Valley had their best drive of the entire game, though, on the first half.
Right off the bat, they drove it, almost 70 yards, I believe.
Yeah, I think they had like 63 yards on their opening drive and ended up stalling out, and then we ended up with like 98 yards total for the game. So once the Senators got settled in, our defense was just stellar last week. And is it going to be Harrison kicking off, or is it Big Jake's out there?
Big Jake's going to kick off.
Kick off this week.
Those of you at home listening, WSLM 1220 is bringing you the audio tonight, but we're live out there on YouTube. If you go to our Facebook page, it's posted out there so that you can get to it. We are not live to our normal Facebook page because we've been picked up by the IHSA TV. They put our link out there and is allowing everybody to watch through that. So we're not on our normal website, but you can still find us out there. You just gotta do a little bit more clicking tonight.
Yeah, people may find us about halftime of the game. Paoli comes out with 5-2-2-2 return formation, and we're set to roll.
We're still waiting on the clock to get down 2-0. We've got about
that tells you right there how anxious both teams are. 40 seconds still on the clock for pregame, and these guys are out here lined up, ready to play.
They're ready to go.
Let's go.
So Jake Strange back to kick off. That kick goes right down the middle. Looks like number 10 gonna get that one. That is Hobie Bobbitt.
Oh, he's
met by a slew of West Washington defenders there.
Mark him about the 24-yard line.
Great way to start off there for the Senators. They meet Hobie Bobbitt, the running back for the.
I'll be calling his name probably a lot tonight. There's got to be awake here. Don't get fooled by play action right off the bat and give up a big play.
Yeah. Motion out and then back in. Going to go to Bobbitt up the middle. Going to pick up about 3 on that play. They did start off on the 24-yard line. West Washington out in their 4 Looks like a 4-4 almost.
Yep.
They walk Harrison, normally the free safety up, so he's gonna play more of a linebacker role tonight.
Harrison's playing more of a strong safety, walking up and leaving Holden free in the back.
There's the same motion coming the other way. That
Oh,
one's going to be kept. Van Meter goes down, a gain of 1 maybe.
That's a good fake. I thought the jet guy was getting it.
Darren was watching the jet.
So used to seeing that.
That's a play that the Senators run a lot of. So Mason Armstrong comes out. They're going to go with a 5th down lineman. I believe that's Landon Pearson who came in. Aaron Busick brings in the play. Ball is snapped back. Going to be the first pass. Going to be 2 guys there. Going to be a first down for the Rams. He's brought down by, I believe that's Parker Green. Yep, Parker Green does make that tackle over there, but it is enough for the Rams to get a first down.
Good 7-yard gain on that. And that's the thing, that looked like Senators were in a cover 2 type zone, and Paoli found the opening right underneath, and the receiver just sat down there, and quarterback delivered the ball right on the money.
0-0 still here in the first quarter of play. 10-10 left to go.
So
just getting underway. First down for the Rams. Van Meter going to get some room out on the edge. He's met by Chase Farmer after a gain of 8.
Paoli's doing a nice job on the fakes and reading when that defensive end's crashing down, and when he crashes, the quarterback's just pulling it and getting what he can out of it. And that time, nice run, gain of 8.
Right. Like we said, this is probably the real first test of the season for both sides. Got motion through. Going to be a give to Bobbitt up the middle. He's met by Bryce Brown, but still falls forward for enough first down for the Rams.
Wow, that was fun.
Coach Gibson calling in the play for his Senators on that far sideline over there.
Looks like we're going back to a 4.
Yeah, he was not happy with the way that run up the middle worked out with that, so he's back to his forefront.
Paoli's in the power eye, double tight.
Bobbitt with the carry.
Power pitch.
He gets hit by Sanford before he's dropped. Looks like he's going to gain about 7 on that one.
Yeah, that's just old-fashioned football. Line it up, double tight end, 3 guys in the backfield, turn and pitch it to your stud and see what he can get.
See what he can
get.
get.
Up 8 yards right there.
There's a handoff to a new back out of the backfield. Number 2, Marcus McGuire. That's going to be another Paoli first down.
Gain of 5 on that. This is something Senators aren't used to. I mean, yeah, last week Valley had a couple big plays, but a couple of those had some yardage, but some of them was aided by penalties.
There's another power pitch out of the power eye. Bryce Brown, nice job of coming through and finding a hole there.
I'll tell you what, Bryce Brown has really impressed me the last couple of weeks with how aggressive he has become on defense and some of the hits that he's put on people. Who was it that carried that?
I think it was maybe 11.
That's what I thought. Pick up a 1. Paoli switches formations. Now they go trips to the far side. Single receiver over here.
Motion out, coming back in. We're going to get a false start.
Yep, that's what their signal.
So going to back him up just a little bit.
to bring up a 2nd down and 14. Almost halfway through the quarters, we're down to 7:22 here to go in the first quarter, and Senators have not touched the football yet.
Nope. Oh, that was a screen coming back the other way. Farmer hits. They end up bringing down the receiver after a gain of about, what are we going to give him there, 4?
8.
8.
Down to the 35. That's a nice play. They sent that guy in jet motion, faked the pass to the left, and then came back and hit 19 out in the flats. Had the screen set up perfectly. So bring up 3rd down and long 6, short 7.
There's a
Trap.
pitch going to come back. 24. He's met there by Glenn Rankin to clean that up. 24 is Aaron Busick.
He's the one that caught the big pass play on 3rd down. So bringing out a 4th down and 3. Does Paoli go back to their power eye, or do they keep it spread out?
I see power eye.
No, they're widening. They're going back to that trips formation, tight trips. They're just trying to see if the Senators will jump.
They snap it, give to, nope, Van Meter keeps it. He's going to be close to the sticks.
I don't think he got it.
I don't know that he gets there. They come in from the side. They place it down. They're looking. Nope.
He did not get it.
He did not get it. So it's going to be Senator ball on the 28-yard line coming back the other way.
So just like last week, Springs Valley took a lot of time off the clock, had a nice drive, and then they stalled out. They actually stalled out inside the 15, I believe it was. So, Senators got a little bit more room to work with offensively here, and they don't need a lot of room with the way they've been
they're
putting
definitely
points up.
Explosive. So Holden Bausman comes out at quarterback.
Be interesting to see. Both Paoli guys jumped in. Jake moved.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who's that going to be on.
It's going to be on the Senators.
Senators going to get that one, going to back up 5. They're going to be 1st and 15. Senators back up 5, same formation. Holden going to take this one from under center. That goes to Mason Armstrong. Mason finds a hole and gains his 5 yards back. So we're going to see 2nd and, well, they're going to give him a little more than 5, so it's going to be 2nd and 8.
When was the last time West Washington took a snap under center unless they were kneeling?
Oh, that's been a while.
It's been a long while. Holden's getting them moving around.
Holden with the keeper out wide, finds a little hole, gets up just a little bit, going to gain another 2 yards there, going to be a 3rd and about 6. Spot, I guess it's going to be 5, 3rd and 5 here. .448 left to go in the first quarter. There's the jet sweep. Farmer looking, doesn't get much, maybe a gain of 2. Can tell that play has definitely been scouted.
Oh, yeah.
Paoli was ready for that. Knew that was coming. We're going to see 4th and 3.
It looks like the Senators bringing a lot of new guys in. One punt. But again, our punt a lot depends upon how the defense lines up against it. If we got something automatic called, we're going to fake it.
Holden punts that one away.
Gets
Gonna
a
bounce
nice roll.
And roll. Very nice punt there by Holden.
All the way down the 19-yard line.
19-yard line.
Nice job.
Nice job by Holden there to flip the field a little bit.
Yep. believe that's the first time we've attempted a punt since the fiasco at Pekin week 1.
I would agree with you. So
Paoli's offense back on the field. West Washington had the ball for less than 3 minutes.
Ball is snapped. Handoff to number 11, Mike Baker.
Yeah, he's finished off by Rankin.
Rankin comes up.
Pick up, give him 2 on that.
Well, his forward progress got him 2, but he ended up well behind.
I agree with you. 2nd down and 8. 3:22 left here in the first quarter. Very fast-paced first quarter.
Yeah. We're used to those fast-paced quarters, but it's usually because of a running clock.
Oh.
There's a throw out to number 2, Clay Minton.
Chase Farmer tried to swim over the top of it and bat it down and went right through his hands, right into the receiver, but Chase was able to stay in position and make the tackle and avoid a big play for them.
.242 here to go in the first quarter of play. Still 0-0.
3rd down and 4.
Going to be given to 28, Jack Baker.
Gain of maybe 1 there.
So we're going to see 4th and
3.
A long 3 at that.
Yeah.
So
Paoli's turn to punt the ball. See if they can flip the field.
See what they've got. Number 54 looks like their punter. There's a kick coming back this way. Farmer going to let it bounce. Hits at the 45 and then takes a Paoli roll.
Wow.
Going to end up at the 35. 2 minutes to go here.
Senator offense will come back on. 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter for their second possession. Still looking for their first down. I think that was the first 3 and out we've had all season too.
Well, other than the Eastern kind of start to that game, I
think we still got
Did we still get first downs?
I think we got 1.
Holden with a nice fake, going deep over the center. Jake Strange catches and gains.
Nice play. Good fake there to Mason. And, just froze the linebackers, gave Jake time to get downfield, and Holden lofted it perfectly all the way down to the Paoli 33-yard line.
Great job there by the Senators pulling off that fake. Going to end up right back down about where Paoli kicked it from. So now they come with 2 backs in the backfield.
You got Roper.
Roper McFeeder's in for his first action.
It's going to be a false start on the Senators.
False starter, an illegal formation. Not enough guys on the line. Farmer was motioning out there and then tried to get back on the line. Going to be offsides. That's what they're going to call it. So we're going to back up 5. 1st and 15 here. There's a handoff to Roper. Roper met, but then gains about 4 before he's brought down. I like this 2-back look with Mason back there and Roper also.
Yeah. Roper's got some speed, as we saw last week. Mason's just elusive. I mean, he's not great speed, but it's hard to get a solid hit on him. And, we've seen him, as I call it, break people's ankles a few times with some of his in-out cuts, and, does 2 different types of backs. Good pressure.
Nice job by Holden to avoid that. He lofts it over to Farmer.
Nice job.
Nice job by Farmer to pull that one in.
And that's a tough pass. Holden's rolling to his left, and he was able to get his shoulders turned, and that nice little easy pass to Chase for a gain of 18 yards there.
Senators now threatening here to score in the red zone, looking to complete this drive to get in the end zone. Mason with the ball. He's going to be met right at the line. He's not going to get anywhere, and we're going to have a whole slew of Rams there to meet him.
We tried to run him where the motion came from, and it looks to me like what Paoli's doing is that motion's going away from their defensive back. That back is coming on an automatic blitz.
Yep.
Bring up a 2nd and 10, probably the last play of the quarter. Give it to Mason again.
Mason met at the line.
They got him.
Going to be 2. We're probably going to get a hold on this one also.
I think that's going to be a hold. And
kind of the regular call on the Senators. They've been called for holding quite a bit this year.
Yes, they have.
Question is, do the Rams accept that?
I think they're going to back us up 10.
So that's 10 from the spot, which is right about where they, right about where the line was. So we're going to be, the ball's going to be on the 27. Going to be 2nd and about 20.
And that will be the final play
of the first half, or of the first quarter. We're going to step aside, get a commercial break here from Ernstberger's Orthodontist and IHSA. We'll be back in just a moment.
Hey there, Radio Land. My name is Seth Ernstberger, and I wanted to make sure you'd heard about my new office, Ernstberger Orthodontics in Salem. We've got a spot now up here helping people find their happy when it comes to their smile and bite. It's one of my favorite things to do. So if you're wondering how braces or clear aligners like Invisalign can change your smile game, check us out on Facebook and Google, and then smile with us at Ernstberger Orthodontics in New Albany and Salem.
Listen up, high school sports fans. This cheer's for you.
Why all the love? Why do we think you're number one?
Because as high school athletes, we know there is no us without you.
We know that when you buy a ticket to see an IHSAA game or meet, you're helping pay for new uniforms, safer equipment, or even a bus ride to the game.
But we also know what you're really saying is, I believe in you. I believe you could be somebody.
When you think about all of the opportunities your attendance at an IHSAA athletic event creates,
and the fact that you paid for your ticket,
well, fantastic doesn't begin to describe how we feel about you.
High school sports.
You pay,
we play.
Everybody wins.
This message brought to you by the IHSAA, encouraging you to go to a high school game this week and help build a future that benefits us all.
Back live with the Senators here at Cookfield in Paoli, tied 0-0. Going to be a fake pitch and a nice ball thrown out there. Touchdown, Senators.
Nice job. And you knew Harrison Sanford had not touched the ball coming into the second quarter, and you knew that it was going to change. He is our big play guy, and then right there they took advantage of one-on-one coverage on the outside, holding nice fake to Mason, and then just lofted it, and Harrison went and got it.
West Washington lines up for 2. Took 9 seconds there to get on the board in the second quarter. It is 6-0 Senators. Holden being chased. Not going to get that 2-point conversion, so the score is going to stay 6-0. Great way for the Senators to start that second quarter of play. Looking at that replay, it was a fake pitch to Mason out of the backfield, and they bit hard on it, which allowed Farmer to get behind him to get that touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of contact there. I didn't see the replay, but just watching it live, it looked like a little bit of contact before Harrison was able to go up and get it. So I think even if he hadn't got it, we could have possibly got a pass interference on him. But we'll take the touchdown.
Yeah, we'll take the touchdown any time. So Senators get on the board first. It is 6-0 here at Cookfield in Paoli. Once again, those of you at home, you can listen on WSLM 1220 AM. You can find the Facebook page and find the link to the live video that's going out. Also, you can go to ihsatv.org and find it there, along with our YouTube page. So lots of places to be able to find it. Those of you out there, listening and watching, got a PLAC matchup here of the Rams and the Senators.
Wow. Get harassed everywhere we go. Beats anything I've ever seen.
Senators back to kickoff. Big Jake Strange back to boot this one away.
Last one went inside the 20.
He gets a hold of that one. Going to bounce at about the 20. Or 24 picks it up. Aaron Busick. He gets out wide and then going to cut back.
Good return for the Rams.
Going to get it at about the 45.
Probably the best return we've given up all year, too. Special teams has been very solid all season long. So Paoli will take over for, I believe, this is their 4th drive of the game.
Yep.
Again, if you're just joining us, second quarter just started. Senators ahead 6-0 at the 11:42 mark. Paoli's back in their power eye.
Going to be a pitch out wide. Gets out wide. Hobie Bobbitt gets it. Harrison Sanford pushes him out of bounds at the 48.
This will be a 7-yard gain. Bring up a 2nd down and 3. Again, Paoli went with their power lineup. 2 tight ends, power eye in the backfield, just a power pitch.
Now they've got 1 tight end. Nope, still with 2. One's going to motion out and then come back into the backfield. Going to be a handoff to Bobbitt again. He's met
backwards
by Charles Madden.
Looks like they're going to mark him about a half yard short of the 1st down.
Going to be
inches,
3rd and inches here. Be nice for a penalty on the Rams to back them up a little bit, but going to run right where his line is and going to.
They got a great push. Got him up all the way up to the 40, I believe.
Going to get a couple of yards there pretty easy. Going to be 1st down for the Rams. You hear the cowbells going off. That means 1st down Rams.
Yeah. Keep them out. I don't want to hear those cannons and fireworks.
Yeah, cannons and fireworks are not what West Washington wants to hear tonight. So
back in the power eye. Double tight end.
That one comes up the middle. Senators going to be able to stop that one.
28.
Yeah, 28, Jack Baker.
Give him 2. Yard and a half. Let's bring up a 2nd down and short 9, long 8, however you want to look at it.
There's a pitch going to come back to 24. Aaron Busick up the middle with that.
A little counterplay there. Start going to the right, and he cut back to the left, and it looked like the line was trying to get a trap block on that.
Didn't quite get that sealed off, so the Senators were able to stop it. Going to be 3rd and 6 here. 9:36 to go. Senators out ahead, 6-0.
I think Paoli's going to run the play clock down to probably 1 and then take a timeout the way that their players are acting and the way their coach is standing there right by the official. I think he's told him what he wants and look for him to stop it at 1 second, which is exactly what they do.
Exactly what they do.
So big defensive play here for the Senators.
We're going to go ahead, step away, have a short commercial break. We'll be back in just a moment.
Caring people make the difference. You can feel it the minute you walk into Salem Crossing. Experts in long-term care, not just doing a job, but following a calling. They're here to help you and your family find answers and solutions and peace of mind. In fact, they become an extension of your family. For more information about Salem Crossing, visit ASCSSeniorCare.com or call 812-883-1877. That's 812-883-1877.
If you bought a ticket to an IHSAA athletic event last weekend, give yourself a giant pat on the back.
You helped ensure our school has the resources it needs to support our athletic program.
You might have even punched somebody's ticket to a better life.
Yeah, like mine.
So give yourself a big high five.
Yeah!
And thank you.
High school sports.
You pay,
We play.
everybody wins.
That's right.
This message brought to you by the IHSAA.
Back here at Cookfield in Paoli, where the Senators are up 6-0 over the Rams. 9:16 left to go here in the first half of play. Rams are driving. We've got a 3rd and 6 coming your way.
Big defensive stand here. We need a big defensive stand here from the Senator defense. Well, it's going to be a run.
Going to be a run. 28
He's
breaks
gonna go
free. He's going to end up in the end zone. Touchdown Rams. There's the cannon and the fireworks.
So now it'll be Paoli to kick off, and because they understand what happens. I mean, we got pretty athletic on that front line, so if they try and onside those guys up there, not your typical linemen. You got Trenton Binskin, you got Lewis, you got Brown, you got who is that? Charles Madden?
Yep.
And Rankin. So, pretty good athletes there that can cover it up. And who is it? Is that
it's 54. It's not on their lineup.
It's 84. Yeah, it's jersey ripped.
It is Zane Anderson, number 84.
Oh, no.
Senators do fall on that one. Luckily, are able to keep control.
That was a mile-high pooch kick that came down right about the 30 and bounced to 31. We had 4 or 5 Senators just stand there and nobody caught it. And unfortunately, Harrison Sanford, I believe it was, that fell on it. So Senators take over at the 31-yard line. Did we go back to Harrison on the outside?
Roper going to take that one, find a hole, and is met low by number 11, Ike Baker.
Get up to the 34, so a 3-yard gain for the freshman. Bring up a 2nd down and 7. Senators double tight.
Holding with the keeper. Finding room, going to pick up about 6 on that one.
Yeah, he's going to Senators be faced with a 3rd down and 1. Roper both standing on each, or one on each side.
One on each side of Bousman.
You got Harrison wide right, double tight end. It's going to be Roper.
Roper going to find a hole, shot out of a cannon, and Roper down the sideline. Number 9 going to hit him, take him out of bounds. That's Caleb Van Meter.
All the way down to the 25-yard line. Will be a gain of 35 yards for Roper McFeeters and another 1st down for the Senators.
Nice run there by Roper down the sideline where he's so dangerous when he gets out there.
Yeah, you got on that sideline. You had Jake blocking him, Mason leading him, and they did a nice job. Harrison on the outside made a nice block as well. And Roper just hit that full speed.
Holden out.
Oh, Chase Farmer takes a big hit, and he jumped up, but he's feeling that. And something was said to Chase because he turned around.
Big hit there on Chase Farmer.
They'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 for the Senators. And Chase is coming out, and I'm sure, well, no, we're going back to the 2-back set with Mason and Roper. You got Rankin at left tight end, Strange at the right tight end, Harrison flanked out here on the left side.
That's going to be a jump on Paoli, you would think. Mason up the middle.
Nice run there.
Going to gain.
There's going to be an unsportsmanlike, not what the Senators need. I saw that. That's going to negate a 10-yard run by Mason, which would have been another 1st down, put us at the 15. And, you know, it may be retaliation, but it's always the 2nd guy that gets called.
Yep. Farmer back to the sideline. Ready to go back in the game, checked out by the trainers over on that side. So we're going to back up. After that gain, going to come backwards.
Because of Mason's gain, that will still make it really only be about a 6-yard loss from where we were at.
2nd and about 16 here.
Back, both backs, Roper and Mason both.
Gonna throw it out there.
Yeah,
that's got to be pass interference, and we're going to get a call from over there, pass interference.
I mean, that's it. I don't know what the size of the kid trying to cover. Looks like it.
That's Hobie Bob at 5'10", 165.
Harrison 6'2", 6'3", that can jump. So
we're going to back that one back down.
Be back probably about where we was at.
Coach Hannon for Paoli on this side going crazy. He doesn't like that call. Coach Bausman on the other side is fairly pleased with it. So we're back to a 3rd and 1. 15-yard penalties both ways. Ends up right back to where Mason gained it to on the run.
It's going to be Roper.
That's going to be Roper to this side. He's going to get outside and pick up the 1st down. Nice job out there by Roper. He's going to be
down to the
11, so we're going to be able to get one more 1st down before we have to score.
5-yard run by McFeeters right there. Clock down to 7:20 here in the 1st half of action. And it's been a good game tonight.
Senators getting their offense set.
Chase is back in the game, which is definitely good to see.
That's a handoff.
No,
Holden kept it. He's looking for the poke. He gets in the end zone. Touchdown, Senators.
Nice job. Good fake.
Good fake. Had me fooled on that one.
Everybody did their job, and the result is a touchdown.
Nice job by Holden to be able to break that, through there to get in the end zone. That makes it 12-8 Senators.
Senators still looking to the sideline to see what they're going to get. It is going to be still McFeeters and Armstrong on each side, 2 tight ends. And we're hit through it behind him.
So going to stay 12-8. We're going to step aside, have a short commercial break. We'll be back in just a moment.
You want to feel goosebumps? Then purchase a ticket to an athletic event at your local high school. You'll be making a lasting difference in your community. Buying a ticket to an IHSAA game or meet helps ensure your school has the funding it needs to operate. New uniforms, safer equipment, transportation. Your ticket purchase helps to pay for it all. You're also helping today's student athletes learn the life skills they need to get better jobs and become better leaders. Plus, you'll see them do some amazing things.
Whoa! Did you see that? Oh man, I think I just got goosebumps.
Me too.
High school sports. We pay, they play. Everybody wins. This message brought to you by the IHSAA, encouraging you to go to a high school game this week and help build a future that benefits us all.
We're back to live action here at Paoli High School on Cook Field, where the Senators are up 12-8. Apparently we've got some issues on our scoreboard. It says 15. It's not. It's 12. So 12-8 Senators.
Jake back out here for the third time. It is still Jake, isn't it?
Yeah. So Jake back to boot this one away.
Last time Paoli got a really nice return by Busick up to about the 45 to start their drive.
Jake gets that one up in the air. Going to be Busick again.
Oh, he's met right there.
He's met by Farmer.
We'll give him about the 30.
Nice job there by the Senators covering that one up.
We talked about Mike Leach being out, had ACL surgery today, repairs meniscus and ACL. They moved Hunter Pate to offensive line. He is now number 58 for the Senators.
There's a stop in the backfield.
That's what the Senators were.
That's what the Senators wanted. They want to back this up.
Ooh, number 12.
That's a new number 12, Sawyer Livingston.
Well, we've not seen Bobbitt carry it much recently. I thought he might be hurt or something, but he was out on defense trying to cover Chase Farmer.
Maybe a lot for him to go both ways, chasing Farmer around the field.
Yeah. Center's tight on the receivers. Quarterback's going to keep it. Met by, Jake.
Jake meets him in the backfield, but then isn't able to wrap him up and finish it off.
Yeah, the quarterback saw that coming, and I don't blame him. He ducked down and went right underneath Jake and was able to fall forward for a 1-yard gain when, had he not done that, it would have been probably a 2-yard loss.
Yeah. Senators out in the 5 front. Oh, we got confusion. We're going to get.
Going to be a touchdown.
Touchdown by number 24. That's Aaron Busick, catches the pass over the middle.
69-yard touchdown pass from Van Meter to Busick.
That is not what the Senators wanted to see there.
Yeah, as you said, there was got to be some confusion because, he was wide open. Go the first quarter with no scoring, and then now it's turning into a shootout.
Senators trail 12-14 here. Before the extra point attempt, they're lined up going for 2. Van Meter with the keep. He's not going to get in.
It's going to remain 24-12.
14-12.
Or 14-12.
14-12. We're at 14-12, not 21-12. 14-12.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking.
We're going to step aside, have a short commercial break. We'll be back in just a moment.
After a joint surgery, injury, or illness, Meadowview and Salem Crossing are the best choices for helping you recover. Our Moving Forward rehabilitation program offers a full range of therapies. We're here to help you return home safely with the skills you need to live life on your own terms. Meadowview and Salem Crossing, 2 great options for your rehabilitation. To learn more, visit asccare.com or call 888-996-8272.
Hello, it's Dr. Seth again from Ernstberger Orthodontics. Now, we've been tackling crooked teeth and bad bites with braces and Invisalign out of our Salem location for a while, and we absolutely love coming to the new office. We're so pumped to be able to offer a local option for folks wanting to improve their smile without so much driving and missed work and school. Not to mention, we're loving getting to know and support the wonderful Washington County schools, teams, and communities. When it's time for you or your family, smile with us at Ernstberger Orthodontics in New Albany and now Salem.
Back for the kickoff here. Chase Farmer with that return.
We're going to mark it at the 33. So a 5-yard return by Chase. Senators need to score again.
This would be a great time for the Senators to march down the field, take up,
Yeah.
4 or 5 minutes here, and punch one in, and then get the ball back in the second half.
Right. He's picked off.
Picked off. Holden drops back to throw that one and picks it off.
Not what we wanted.
Nope.
First interception of the year. So, number of passes we've thrown, you can't fault that. It just always seems like interceptions happen at the wrong time or bad time. None of them's good. But
this is definitely the wrong time for the Senators. Trailing first time this year, 14-12 here at Cookfield in Paoli.
Paoli's got a lot of momentum. Huge crowd, too.
Van Meter back to pass again.
And picked back off by Chase.
Chase Farmer with the pick there. We're going to end up with the ball at about the 18-yard line.
Nice job. They gave a great fake up the middle and hoping the Senators would bite, and they're trying to hit the receiver on the wheel route on the outside, and Chase did not bite, stayed with him, got his head around and made a tremendous interception.
Some of that momentum may have switched back to the Senators now.
The Senators still got to go 87 yards.
Mason almost with the pass to himself there. Bobbled it, popped up in the air. He was able to get his hands back on it. Mason going to come out after that one. McFeeters comes in.
Bring up a 2nd down and 8 for the Senators. Again, you got Rankin and Strange at the 2 tight ends, Farmer and Sanford out wide, McFeeters in the backfield next to Bousman.
Coach Bousman over there calling the play in frantically.
Almost another.
Holden throws that ball across the middle, intended for Glenn Rankin. 17 was on him and Andrew Benalis.
Paoli's getting good pressure. I mean, Holden doesn't have a lot of time, even though he's rolling out, where a lot of times you think you can get away from that pressure. They're not giving him a lot. And, as he rolls, he's got that run-pass option. And, yeah, we've seen him run a couple of times, but not like he has in the past, and there's just not the room there for him to pull it down and take off. Got a penalty or a flag or
flag on the near side here.
Going to be a false start on the Senators.
Going to back him up even more.
So they'll bring up a 3rd down and 13. That is the 5th penalty on the Senators tonight for 41 yards. And Paoli's been penalized 1 time for 5 yards.
Once again, not where the Senators want to be.
4:20 left here in the first half.
Holden back to pass again. All the time in the world, goes over the middle to Jake Strange. Jake unable to bring that one down.
He had it and then got sandwiched and could not come down with it, but tremendous effort, good placement on that pass by Holden, but it will bring up a 4th down and 13. And I'm sure the Senators are going to have to punt here.
Yeah, you're going to see the Senators punt this one away.
And the first time Holden punted, he got off a really good punt. Busick is standing at the 35. So, I mean, it's like he's willing. They're willing. If it goes over his head, they're just going to let it go.
Gets that one off. Kind of a wobbly punt. Going to bounce and roll. He does pick that one up and goes right up the middle. He's met by Parker Green.
He picked it up at the 45 and gets back up to the 38-yard line.
It's a great decision there by the Paoli Rams to field that one and then be able to take off up the field.
Yeah, because if he had let that bounce, it would probably end up back on at least the 40-yard line of Paoli. So first down and 10, 4 minutes to go here in the first half.
Van Meter keeps that one. Trenton Binskin brings him down after a gain of about 4.
At the 34-yard line, so yes, bring up a second down and 6 to go.
Senators do trail here 12-14. 3:35 left to go in the first half. There's a pitch. Bobbitt gets it. He runs right up the back of his lineman. He's then brought down. After
be close, he may have
be close to the first down.
Yeah, I think they're marking at 27, so that'll be a first down. Yep, that's exactly where they put it. That's the 4th first down of the game for Paoli.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 27?
27. Power eye, power pitch.
Bobbitt with the he's
Jake.
met by Jake. Big hit there.
He bounced right off of it. But you're right, that was a huge hit by Jake, but he's still going to end up, after bouncing off of him, he's going to get back up to the 25, so that'll be a 2-yard gain. So he made something out of nothing.
2nd and 8. Senators back out in their 5 front.
He's going to break through.
Bobbitt breaks through, is hit, stopped, and then brought down inside the 10 at about the 7-yard line. Nice run there by Hobie. Going to be another first down for the Rams. Charles Madden comes off the field. Andrew Lewis in.
He's still in the power eye.
Going to be a handoff to Bobbitt again.
We hadn't talked about Bobbitt much, but he's been very instrumental on this drive.
Yeah, this drive has been all Bobbitt.
Pick up a 3 there, bring up a 2nd and goal from the 5. Minute 42 remaining here in the first half. I believe both coaches still have all their timeouts left.
It's going to be another handoff up the middle to Bobbitt. I don't know that he quite gets in. I think it's going to be a little short.
We'll mark him down at the 1-inch line.
He's right there. He reached out, tried to get in, but was unable to do so. Paoli looking to push this one in. Already up 14-12. That one goes to Bobbitt, and he's in. Rams touchdown. Makes it 20-12. Fireworks going off.
After no scoring in the first quarter, we've had 32 points so far scored here in the second combined between the two teams.
They're putting up the points.
First quarter was like a boxing match, both sides feeling each other out, and now the explosion's on.
Looks like timeout Paoli. We're going to step aside, have a short commercial break. We'll be back in just a moment.
Get your mugshot 7 days a week at WSLMradio.com from all over Kentuckiana, Clark, Floyd, Harrison, Jackson, Lawrence, Scott, and Washington counties.
Just go to WSLMradio.com and click on the police news and read the latest police news powered by Eddie Gilstrap Motors.
Follow the Gilstrap link to find the latest deals on new and used Ford, Lincoln, Mercury, and Jeeps, as well as scheduling your next service appointment.
80 years of their family serving yours.
Come visit America Flea Market in Salem. We've got over 22,000 square feet of treasures and one of the largest indoor flea markets in Kentuckiana. Located at 110 Progress Boulevard in Salem, we're one of the ultimate destinations for picking and saving and a fun place to shop. We have over 70 vendors and a huge selection of new, used, antique, primitive, and vintage items. Beat the heat. Stop in our air-conditioned store. Come and see us Tuesday through Sunday. We open up at 11 a.m. America Flea Market, where pickers pick and shoppers save.
Back here at Cookfield, where the Senators do trail 20-12, 57.1 to go here in the first half. Paoli looking to punch this in for two. Van Meter a roll this way.
Yeah,
he's going to get in on this near pylon. Nice run there by Van Meter to get in. Pushes the score to 22-12. Senators are trailing here by 10, 57 seconds to go in the first half. Still not out of reach by any means for the Senators. They can put up points in a hurry, as we've seen with Crawford and Mitchell. Even Springs Valley put up points in a hurry. So 57.1 is still a lot of time for them.
Yeah, and I think they've got all three timeouts.
All three timeouts also. So it wouldn't surprise me to see the Senators make this drive here, really count.
I'm gonna make a prediction right now. We will not have a running clock tonight.
Good call on that one. I would agree with you 100%. We're not going to have that running clock that we've had the past couple of weeks.
Be interesting to see what type of kick. We've seen pooches, we've seen line drives. What's this one going to be? He's going to kick it deep. It's going to go over.
That's going to be to Roper. Roper fields that, looking for some room. He gets out wide to that side, is brought down at the 34. Roper McFeeters does a nice job there.
You would think the Senators would go all out passing right now, but with the three timeouts, if they get Paoli in something like a prevent defense that opens lanes up, look for him to give it to Mason or hold and keep it, or Roper, because the clock in high school does stop on first downs.
Yeah. Going to be a screen out to Sanford. Sanford going to come back around this side with his speed. He turns and gets out of bounds. Goes out at the 46.
About 60 yards of running for a 12-yard gain.
39.9 to go here in the first half. Senators do trail 22-12. Rams able to score on that last play.
Looks like we're going twins to the far side.
Twins to the far side along with the tight end on that side, a tight end on this side.
Trips. That forces Paoli to keep that safety in the middle of the field because of Jake being able to stretch it down from the tight end spot. And here comes a blitz.
Holden scrambles, looking, lets it go.
Oh!
Nice job by Sanford to come down with that ball.
That's twice tonight. We've seen that once with Chase and now with Harrison. Tremendous job. Holden makes the throw. Harrison goes up high to get it, and Paoli took his feet right out from underneath him. He is still down.
Those of you at home with that replay, you get to see that hit there. That's a hit right on Harrison's legs. So they come out from underneath him, and he lands hard on the ground. We're going to have a timeout by the Senators here.
Well, I don't think it's an official's timeout.
Is it an official's timeout?
Yeah, because Harrison's down.
I didn't see which way they signaled.
Yeah, I think it's got to be an official's timeout because of injury.
So let's take this time and run down our sponsors. Definitely want to thank them for allowing us to do that. We have McDonald's, Meadowview Salem Crossing, Eddie Gilstrap Motors, Ernstberger's Orthodontists, Meadowview, WSLM, Eddie Gilstrap Motors, American Flea Market, and Ace Hardware. Those are the sponsors that allow us to bring you those games, on Friday nights. Definitely, if you are out and about, let them know. We appreciate them allowing us to bring you the games.
And it was nice to see Harrison got up and walked off on his own power. So, you jump as high as he does and get your feet taken out and land on your back like
it's that. It's a long way down.
He may have just got the wind knocked out of him too. So it brings Parker Green in. Looks like Parker and Chase will come twins to this near side with Jake at the tight end on this side. Rankin tight end far side. Senators 31.4 seconds left. Got to go 42 yards.
Which Holden can throw it that whole way in the air.
Yeah.
So
we're going to run mate.
We're going to run Roper up the middle. He makes a cut. He gets to the second level and then is spun down.
Nice job there.
Inside the 15.
Paoli's expect and pass. And like I said, I mean, they get in that situation. We've got our timeout, so, why not run? And you saw right there a 28-yard gain by Roper McFeeters.
Senators
they
seem to take another timeout.
Well, I think this will be their first one because, like I said, I think the last one was the injury timeout.
Well,
so they're not charged with it. So West Washington should have two, unless I've missed something along the way. Which
it
is
happens.
Very possible.
It happens. We miss
possible.
Stuff.
Exactly.
I'm just glad that you keep the stats.
Well, unofficial. Let's put it that way. All these are unofficial.
Still, like I said, I'm glad you keep them. I kept them for you for basketball
That's right.
for a year, and it was a lot. back and forth.
Oh, yeah.
Senators come back out onto the field. It's going to be 1st and 10, ball on the 14.
And Harrison is back on the field.
Harrison back in the field. Mason Armstrong in the backfield. Rolling this way, looking. He cuts back, goes down inside the 10.
We mark him down at the 10.
Looks like they mark him down right at the 10.
Senators will take another timeout.
15.4 left to go here. Senators trailing by 10 at Cookfield here in Paoli. A matchup of the Senators, who are 4-0, and the Paoli Rams, who are 3-1. Their one loss did come to Corden. Senators huddled up on the far side. We've got the Rams on this side, so
15.4 seconds to go. Senators 2nd and 5. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. Again, West Washington can get a timeout or a first down, but much rather have a touchdown.
Yeah, much rather have the touchdown here.
There is Mason back there with Holden.
Going to be a pass. Fade to the corner.
And touchdown.
Harrison with a touchdown.
Nice job. Just the kind of slant corner, getting Harrison starting the defensive back end, then running to that back pylon. Nice job.
With his size, that's a hard one to defend.
Somebody's upset about something. I'm not sure what it is.
18-12, or 18-22. Senators in with their two-point conversion team out there. Farmer going to go to the far side. Going to have nobody on this near side. Two backs in the backfield.
We'll run Roper.
Goes to McFeeters. He's got nothing there. He's not going to get it. So it's going to be 22-18, 9.7 left to go here in the first half of play. We're going to step aside to have a short commercial break, and we'll be back in just a moment.
What's included in the price of a ticket when you attend a high school athletic event? For starters, greater opportunities for our kids.
And here comes Lopez. He dribbles, fakes, shoots, and scores! A high-paying job!
Putting today's young people on the pathway to success, inspiring them to never give up, encouraging them to always do their best, teaching them how to be better leaders. It's all included in the price of admission when you go to an IHSAA athletic event. All you have to do is buy a ticket.
I can do that.
High school sports. We pay, they play, everybody wins. This message brought to you by the IHSAA, encouraging you to go to a high school game this week and help build a future that benefits us all.
Oh, my goodness!
Senators back out to kick off again. Once again, we are live on WSLM 1220 AM and on West Washington live stream through our YouTube page, being picked up by the IHSAA TV, the broadcasters of the state finals for every sporting event by the IHSAA. So if you can't find us, go to ihsaatv.org and drop down to kind of the middle of the page, and there's a link right there.
You can boot it back to
nice boot
15.
to 24. That's Aaron Busick again. He gets out wide. Parker Green out there to bring him down at about the 40. What is that, the 47?
47-yard line. We've had trouble containing him, Busick kid, tonight. He's got some passes, made some great returns as well.
2.2 left to go here in the first half of play. We'll see what the Rams do here with their offense. Do they run a play? I bet we see a run probably right up the middle.
I don't know. I don't know this coach well enough to know what his philosophy is, but yeah, it does. It looks like they're coming out in victory formation, and
so
no, it's going to be power I.
Power I. We may see him hand it off and go right up the middle with it. It's a pretty strong guess. It's kind of what it looks like. He's free. Brings him down at the 38. So that's going to be the way the first half ends. Senators do trail 22-18 over the Rams. Trail the Rams here 22-18. We're going to go into halftime. We're going to take a little bit of time, get some stats gathered up, get some stuff going. We'll be back in a few moments and break down the halftime stats. We've got the little cheerleading clinic going on too, so it may be a little longer than normal here for a halftime, so we'll be back in just a moment.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Why would you wander around a warehouse store looking for paint when you could just swing by your neighborhood Ace? In addition to Ace's award-winning service, we have top-rated paint like Valspar and Clark & Kensington. Plus, our color matching technology allows us to match any color. So stop wandering and start painting. Head to your neighborhood Ace today.
Before your next project, talk to your local paint experts, Eva Marie and Erica, at Ace Hardware of Salem. Stop in today and see why we're the helpful place.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly update from the IHSAA Commissioner himself, Bobby Cox. Now for the inside scoop on what's happening day to day with the IHSAA. Here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Bobby Cox.
Welcome back, everyone. This is our weekly conversation with the Commissioner, the Commissioner's Corner. IHSAA Champions Radio Network. I'm Bob Lovell. The Commissioner, Bobby Cox, joins me. Commissioner Cox, thanks so much for being with us. Week number 3 of the high school football season. We are rolling along. Weather has been great, and there's a lot of positives right now to talk about on the football season.
You are right, Bob. Amazingly, the third of the regular season is now completed. 3 games, we play 9, and so it goes by so quickly, and we have been very fortunate. The weather across the state for the first 3 weeks has been great. That should encourage great crowds. The reports that we're receiving in the office that there have been capacity crowds at many of our venues across the state. That's a real good sign for our member schools that play football. It's a revenue piece. It carries a lot of the other programs within the department, and so that's a really good thing when we have good weather and fans can come out and support these young people. And the games have been fun. We've had some great matchups. We've had some great upsets. We've had the monitoring of our new mercy rule. This past week, we had 50 games of the 164 contests that reached a 35-point or greater disparity between the two schools. So we assumed that the mercy rule was in effect. And the office has received no complaints, no reports of clock malfunctioning, no negativity whatsoever with the implementation of the mercy rule. So we're very pleased with the first 3 weeks, and we'll continue to monitor it throughout the season.
Yeah, it's interesting that 3 weeks in, certainly a small sample size, but 1/3 of the games seem to be close to the standard to this point.
It is interesting, and it'll be interesting to compare the entire season. As you get closer to the end and teams start getting a little better toward the end, getting ready for tournament time, maybe those number of games that are at 35 points or greater will go down, but we don't know. We've never done this before, so it's really kind of interesting to watch the results come in, and then we'll obviously do this during the tournament series, and then we're going to compare those to last year's results in the tournament and see if we see a decrease in those types of things throughout the sectional.
Bobby Cox joining us. We're talking about all things IHSAA. Fall sports in full swing. Won't be long before we start getting into postseason play. Girls golf is right around the corner.
It is right around the corner, and there have been some big invitationals in girls golf, so you're starting to see some scores come down, and it won't be too long before we start sectional play. In the month of September, we start playing girls golf the 20th of September. That's just a couple weeks away. So we're right at it here, inside 2 weeks. And then once the girls golf tournament begins, then all the other fall sports fall in line, and we'll be in tournament play. And, of course, football will be the final tournament series to conclude and over Thanksgiving weekend at Lucas Oil Stadium. So it's a fast and furious fall, but it's a lot of fun for high school fans and a lot of fun for our student athletes.
A little bit of a different question. We talked about football. Numbers for high school football in our state are down slightly. Seems to be a little bit of a trend nationwide. Am I right?
It is correct, Bob. There's a variety of factors, but I think certainly the concern for young people playing football and concussions has changed that dynamic a little bit. I would tell you, though, that education about concussions and the safety of the game has never been, I don't think high school football has ever been safer than it is today with the technologies that we now have, the way we teach tackling, the way we equip young people. But there's still a concern, and that's a justifiable concern by any parent. Numbers are down. Part of the reason our numbers are down, though, is because we lost 3 football playing schools.
Right.
Because of school closures, and that will skew the number as well. Mm-hmm. So I think you've got to also not only look at it globally like we're trying to look at it, but also need to look at it a little more locally and see, are we comparing apples to apples? Do we have the same exact number of football playing schools from one year to the next? And then let's see what our numbers look like, because this year we have 3 less football playing schools than we did the year before.
He's the commissioner of the IHSAA, Bobby Cox. This is our weekly conversation about all things IHSAA related. Commissioner, have a great weekend. Let's hope the weather holds off again for some fun sports throughout the weekend around the state.
Me too, Bob. Thanks a lot.
Let's get on our feet and give a big hand to the starting lineup at McDonald's here in Salem. The quarter pounder is coming on the field. Filet of fish and those golden delicious fries are warming up on the sideline. And now for the feature star of the night, the Big Mac. You'll score every time with a hot, fresh meal from McDonald's in Salem, whether you're there for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Take a time out and stop by before or after the big game to check out their all-day breakfast menu or value menu. Download the McDonald's app and you can get great deals on delicious tastes all day long, including buy 5 McCafe drinks and get 1 free. You'll score every time with the wife and kids when you make a touchdown at the Golden Arches right here in Salem. And don't McDonald's has gift cards so you can give that great fresh taste all season long. Or stop by 601 South Main Street today. And be sure to tune in on Wednesday nights at 7 for WSL. We'll be broadcasting live at McDonald's for Coach's Corner.
What's included in the price of a ticket to attend an IHSAA athletic event?
Harris cuts left, darts right, and goes straight to college!
High school sports teach life skills that go beyond the field of play. Skills that pave the way to a better education and a more fulfilling career. It's all included in the price of admission when you attend a high school athletic event. All you have to do is buy a ticket.
I can do that.
This message brought to you by the IHSAA.
After a joint surgery, injury, or illness, Battleview and Salem Crossing are the best choices for helping you recover. Our Moving Forward rehabilitation program offers a full range of therapies. We're here to help you return home safely with the skills you need to live life on your own terms. Battleview and Salem Crossing, two great options for your rehabilitation. To learn more, visit asccare.com or call 888-996-8272.
Wouldn't it be great to find a dealer that puts their customer satisfaction over their profits? Well, you have. Betty Gilstrap Motors in Salem, Indiana has been your hometown Ford dealership for over 80 years. No hassle, no pressure, and ranked in the top 6% nationwide for customer service. Specializing in Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, Eddie Gilstrap Motors is your one-stop shop for your sales, service, and auto body repair needs. Visit us today at EddieGilstrapMotors.com or come see us at 207 South Main Street, downtown Salem, Indiana.
Hey there, Radio Land. My name is Seth Ernstberger, and I wanted to make sure you'd heard about my new office, Ernstberger Orthodontics in Salem. We've got a spot now up here helping people find their happy when it comes to their smile and bite. It's one of my favorite things to do. So if you're wondering how braces or clear aligners like Invisalign can change your smile game, check us out on Facebook and Google, and then smile with us at Ernstberger Orthodontics in New Albany and Salem.
Listen up, high school sports fans. This cheer's for you.
Why all the love? Why do we think you're number one?
Because as high school athletes, we know there is no us without you.
We know that when you buy a ticket to see an IHSAA game or meet, you're helping pay for new uniforms, safer equipment, or even a bus ride to the game.
But we also know what you're really saying is, I believe in you. I believe you could be somebody.
When you think about all of the opportunities your attendance at an IHSAA athletic event creates,
and the fact that you paid for your ticket,
well, fantastic doesn't begin to describe how we feel about you.
High school sports.
You pay,
we play.
Everybody wins.
This message brought to you by the IHSAA, encouraging you to go to a high school game this week and help build a future that benefits us all.
Caring people make the difference. You can feel it the minute you walk into Salem Crossing. The experts in long-term care, not just doing a job, but following a calling. They're here to help you and your family find answers and solutions and peace of mind. In fact, they become an extension of your family. For more information about Salem Crossing, visit ASCSSeniorCare.com or call 812-883-1877. That's 812-883-1877.
If you bought a ticket to an IHSAA athletic event last weekend, give yourself a giant pat on the back.
You helped ensure our school has the resources it needs to support our athletic program.
You might have even punched somebody's ticket to a better life.
Yeah, like mine.
So give yourself a big high five.
Yeah!
And thank you.
High school sports.
You pay.
We play.
Everybody wins.
That's right.
This message brought to you by the IHSAA. You want to feel goosebumps? Then purchase a ticket to an athletic event at your local high school. You'll be making a lasting difference in your community. Buying a ticket to an IHSAA game or meet helps ensure your school has the funding it needs to operate. New uniforms, safer equipment, transportation. Your ticket purchase helps to pay for it all. You're also helping today's student athletes learn the life skills they need to get better jobs and become better leaders. Plus, you'll see them do some amazing things.
Whoa! too. Did you see that? Oh man, I think I just got goosebumps.
Me too.
High school sports. We pay, they play. Everybody wins. This message brought to you by the IHSAA, encouraging you to go to a high school game this week and help build a future that benefits us all.
Back to live action here on WSLM, 12:20 a.m., along with the West Washington live stream through YouTube tonight. We've got 3 minutes before the start of the second half, plus the 3 minutes that they put back on the clock. We've got some highlight videos rolling. Darren, go ahead and break down our stats for us and scoring drives.
First off, to recap the scoring, first quarter is not going to take long to recap because there was no scoring in that quarter. But in the second quarter, the Senators got it started on the first play of the second quarter when Holden Bousman hit Harrison Sanford for a 27-yard touchdown pass. The 2-point conversion was no good, making the score 6-0. Paoli comes right back at the 9:07 mark when Baker takes it 36 yards for a touchdown run, and then Baker carried in the 2-point conversion to give the Rams the lead 8-6. First time Senators have trailed all season. West Washington responds right back, however, at the 7-minute mark when Holden Bousman keeps it himself and runs it in from 11 yards out. Again, 2-point conversion, no good, making the score 12-8 Senators. Paoli then comes right back, 5:23 mark when Van Meter hits Busick for a 69-yard touchdown pass over the middle. Looked like a blown coverage by the Senators, or a confusion at least. The 2-point conversion was no good, making the score 14-12. After an interception, or that was after the interception, Senators then were forced into a punting situation, and Paoli comes right back, scores with 57 seconds left in the half on a 1-yard run by Bobbitt. Van Meter carries in 2-point conversion, making it 22-12. 57 seconds is a lot of time, though, for an explosive offense like the Senators, as they come back and score with 9 seconds remaining as Harrison Sanford catches a 10-yard pass from Bousman. Again, though, the 2-point conversion fails. If the Senators convert 2/3 of their 2-point conversions, we're in a tie ball game right now. So I've got a feeling the 2-point conversions is going to be critical come the end of the game. Stat-wise, Paoli had 6 first downs in the first half, ran it 26 times for 145 yards, or 5.6 yards per carry. They were 5 out of 6 passing with 1 interception. That 1 interception was by Parker Green for 91 yards. Altogether in the first half, the Rams run 32 plays for 236 yards. For the Senators, they had 8 first downs in the first half, ran the ball 13 times for 100 yards, or 7.7 yards per carry. 7 out of 11 passing. First interception of the year for the Senators. They did have 115 yards passing in the first half. Altogether, the Senators have 24 plays for 215 yards. So, just like the scoreboard, the stats are very even. Paoli 236 yards, West Washington 215. Individually, for the Senators, Holden was, as we said, 7 out of 11 passing for 115 yards. Leading receiver was Harrison Sanford, 4 catches, 61 yards. Jake Strange had 1 big catch for 32 yards. Chase Farmer, 2 catches for 22 yards. On the ground, Roper McFeeters, 4 carries for 40 yards. Mason Armstrong, 5 carries for 37 yards. Holden Bousman, 4 carries for 23 yards. For the Rams, they were led rushing by Bobbitt, who carried it 13 times for 79 yards. And then Baker, 3 carries for 38 yards. They went through a stretch there in the second quarter where we didn't see Bobbitt on the field except for on defense, and Baker really had a nice drive that he was highlighted on. And, this second half, it's going to be a war. I mean, Paoli's got a lot of confidence. You see their kids out here on the field hopping around. They know that they got a chance to knock off this ranked Senator team. And, West Washington, they got to be ready to play. First time they've been challenged, for an entire game. Really, Paoli was third quarter. We went on an explosion, and I'd like to see an explosion again this quarter.
West Washington does start off with a ball to start the second half, since they did choose to defer to the second half. Senators out on the field getting their halftime warm-up. We're a minute 30 away from the kickoff. We've got Paoli already on their sidelines. West Washington over in a huddle before they get to their sidelines. The officials standing on the P in the middle of Cook Field here at Paoli. Just like I said to start off, a great night for football here. It has cooled off. I know Coach Russell is pretty happy that it has cooled off.
Yeah,
it's not quite as hot up here anymore.
Not sweating as much.
Now we're sweating for the Senators to get a win.
Yes.
That's the sweat that's going on now.
And if I'm West Washington coaches, and I'm sure they are, is talking to these guys about be ready for an onside. So many times you think coming out of the half, all right, they're going to try and pin us deep, and what do, they come out and they kick it onside, or they pooch it like they did it on their first kick, and we were fortunate to get that. So I don't think Paoli is real confident in kicking deep to Harrison or Roper or Chase. So I think they're going to try and make somebody else at least receive that kickoff.
Yeah, make somebody else beat them. They know those guys are speedsters and can take off, so they know that. They're going to kick it away from those guys. And like Coach Russell said, it could be a pooch, it could be an onside, so Senators have to be ready for everything.
Right, yeah. And that's why I think you see Harrison, you see Chase move up a little tighter, leave Roper as really the only deep back, and then Parker Green and Jake Strange and Mason have really shortened their distance between the front line as well. So, the Senators are ready, and I don't believe they did this on the earlier kickoffs, and that is kickoff from the hash.
Yeah.
So they may be going to try and pin it deep or in a corner. So here we go, start the second half.
That is Zane Anderson with the kick. That goes back to McFeeters. McFeeters catches that one full head of steam going up the middle. He's met at about the 40, where then he's brought down.
We're going to mark it at the 38, so a 13-yard return by Roper. Well, let's see what Senators can do on offense to start this second half. See if they made any changes, or are we just going to continue to do what we've been doing, and that's really what I think they'll do. They trust their guys and know that they're going to perform.
So Senators come out, 2 receivers, 2 tight ends, 1 back.
Paoli stays in that 5.
Hand off to Mason Armstrong. He gets to the second level.
Going to get up
then
to the
he's
45.
brought down.
So it looks like it'll be a gain of 7 for Armstrong on the first play of the second half. Nice push there by the offensive line.
I'm sure that line has been talked to. They've got to get a push. They've got to go forward and not stay still or go backwards. It's got to be a forward movement.
Yeah, and that like we talked to the first half. I mean, even though they didn't sack Holden, they were getting good pressure. I mean, Holden's going to keep this
Holden
one.
Keeps this one, makes a nice cut.
And he's going to get the
Gonna
first
get
down.
The first down, be at the 50. That's where they walk him in. So first down, Senators. Nice to see them come out and move the ball early here in the third quarter. There is 11 minutes left to go.
And they're doing it on the ground. I think that's something they talked about at halftime, is they challenge the line. They know that they got to be able to run the ball, and they're coming out doing it here, at least in the first 2 plays.
5 to go. Senators going to take a timeout. We're going to stay right here. Senators were not quite sure what the play was, what they needed to bring in, what they needed to do. So it was kind of an interesting situation there. So good timeout there by Coach Bousman. He makes that timeout to save a penalty so he doesn't have to move back, especially with a 1st and 10 at the 50 in one that, the Senators want to keep driving, want to push this score up. They're a team that wants to score. It's not one that they want to play from behind. So it's got to be a push forward. So it's the Rams defense was unable to keep the Senators back on that first set of downs. So we'll see what they've got in store for this set. 1st and 10 at the 50. West Washington is trailing 22-18 to the Rams of Paoli.
Yeah, looks like same formation. Armstrong will be on the right side of Bousman. Farmer on this side, same for wide side.
Gonna come through, fake the jet.
They're getting a lot of pressure.
That's gonna be caught by Harrison. He's gonna drag a couple of
He's
players.
End up getting the first down.
Close to the first down. I don't know if they're gonna completely give it to him. He's this sideline walks in at the 40.
I think it's the 40. It's the first down.
So we're gonna see what they do here. They're moving the sticks.
That's another first down.
Another first down by the Senators. Senators getting that offense rolling. Trips to this side. Up the middle to Mason. Mason
big hole, big
finding a
hole.
hole. He gets bumped.
He's still going. It's going to go. Touchdown,
Senators.
That's the response.
Mason rumbles, stumbles, bumbles all the way into the end zone.
He went trips this side and ran Mason right up the middle and was able to break some tackles and go all the way.
There were 3 or 4 Rams who had a chance to bring him down. They were not able to do so. So Senator touchdown makes it 24-22.
Now,
West Washington
Here's
ahead.
the thing. We got to get a 2-point conversion.
Yeah. Senators come out,
Might
two
be,
backs.
Might be a time to look at one of your tight ends. We're going
Mason.
to run Mason.
Mason walks in for a 2-point conversion. Holden celebrating on the sideline.
All right, that's exactly what has happened is that line has been challenged at halftime. And they said, from the looks of things, it looks like they've said we're either going to win or we're going to lose with you guys, but we're going to run the ball.
That's exactly what they've said. They ran right up that line's back, and the line held true and proved, hey, we can, move forward with it and keep going and continue that drive. So. Nice job by the Senators to come out and get the score going here in the second half. Makes it 26-22. Senators are ahead.
In less than 2 minutes of actual game time, Senators have gone from down 22-12 to up 26-22.
Yeah.
So, again, perfect way to start. And like I said, I'd like to have been a little fly in that locker room at halftime. I've been in there. I know how those things go.
Well, and what's funny is they didn't go into the visitor locker room. They went out behind the scoreboard and.
Yeah, they're going to keep everybody there together and away from everything.
Yep. So Jake Strange back to kick this one off. 10:09 left to go here in the third quarter. West Washington up 26-22.
And Jake's been getting stronger with it. He's backed up now to the 15 Busick has. This kid scares me, though, if we keep kicking him to him. Back to the 12s where he catches.
Busick with that catch and return. He's out wide. Farmer tries to get him, but he's met over there by a couple of Senators.
The Senator fans have really picked up their enthusiasm now,
Senators are up over there cheering, chanting, getting people going.
Be nice to get a big stop here, get that offense back on the field.
Senators come out with their 5 defensive linemen, 2 linebackers, and then 4 defensive backs. Van Meter going to keep that one.
He's going
down. Charles Madden meets him in the backfield.
Here it comes. The Senators, like I said, you can tell something magical happened in the Senator locker room at halftime.
That line was challenged, and Charles Madden said, "Challenge me. I'm gonna be the one."
they got to continue to do, though, is watch the ball, because one of the things that offense will be able to do or look to do is no more being that aggressive and trying to get us jump off sides.
Yep. Or a play fake and go deep
Yeah.
like they did before on a busted coverage.
Yeah.
So definitely have to be careful. There's another handoff.
Oh, Jake Strange.
Jake Strange meets him in the backfield.
You wanted to see how the Senators would do when they were challenged. You knew that at some point they were going to be, and I like the response so far. So bring up a 3rd down and long. Busick comes out. That's good news for the Senators.
Yeah.
Because that's, like I said,
Busick comes out.
He's the kid that scares me more than Bobbitt.
Going to be a motion out.
It's going to be false start.
Looks like a false start on the Rams. Going to back it up.
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
Big momentum shift here for the Senators. It seems like the Senators have all the momentum going their way at the moment.
Yeah, Paoli had 1 penalty in the first half, and that's just their second one. But, it's one of those things. Once momentum switches, things start going downhill. Now to get a stop. Big play. And they're going to sweep.
Going to be swept this way. Jake misses a tackle.
The way that flag came in from the back, I think that's going to be a hold.
We got 2 flags on the field. One right where he was tackled.
Which may be a face mask.
And then maybe a hold coming up from the top part.
It's probably going to be offsetting.
Offsetting.
Yep.
That's what the officials are discussing right now.
The down.
We got a hold on the offense, then a face mask on the defense. So they're going to offset, and we're going to replay 3rd down. Going to be 3rd and a long 13.
You could see, it was like Paoli was conceding that play and was just willing to punt it to us.
Yeah. Senator line telling the fans in the stands to get up.
Well, someone sent me a picture, and my daughter's over there with pom-poms in her hands, and I never thought I'd see that.
Is she going to be a cheerleader?
No, that will not happen. I promise you that. Roll this way. Jake getting incomplete pass.
Incomplete pass hits number 11, which is Ike Baker, right in the hands, then bounces up and hits him in the face mask before it drops to the ground. So it's going to be 4th and 13. We're going to see Paoli punt this one away.
Yes. Had he been able to hold on to that, he would have picked up the 1st down, though.
Yeah, there wasn't anybody around him, so. Nice punt there. Goes deep, going to bounce and roll.
Great bounce.
Going to be inside the 30.
Down to the 26-yard line.
Nice punt there. I believe they said that was Zane Anderson. Okay. Had a number switch. I believe 54 became 84. So Senators take over 1st and 10, up 26-22, 7:51 here to go in the 3rd quarter at Cookfield here in Paoli. Winner of this ends up with at least a share of the PLAC title.
Looks like this series they're going to come out with Roper and Mason each in the backfield. 2 tight ends with Rankin and Strange, and Sanford, the slot, or up back. And it's going to Roper.
Roper out wide, big hole. He throws a nice stiff arm out there. Going to get downfield. Big gain for Roper. Nice job by him.
3-yard line. 31-yard gain for the freshman. Again, West Washington just imposing their will to start this second half on the ground. First Mason, now Roper.
Going to be 1st and 10 from the 40. Let's call it the 43.
Yep. Be on the right hash. Stay same formation. Senators looking to the sideline to get the play in. 7:42 left. Play clock down to 13 seconds. It's McFeeters again.
McFeeters up the middle. Going to get a gain of 1.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Him and Mason complement each other real well. Roper's better on the outside. Mason's better between the tackles. And, you know, it's a good pair.
It's been a long time since the Senators have had a pair in the backfield that complemented each other that well.
Yeah.
Now we go back to the single back set. The ball goes to Mason. Mason dances a little bit, then going to get a gain of about 2. Under 7 minutes to go. Ball on the 38.
Bringing up a 3rd down and 5. 3rd down 6. And we're going to go Twins out here with Chase and Harrison, Rankin side. So again, you're basically ending up in trips, but now you got Jake on the backside that's not going to be able to have the safety. And it's Armstrong again. Another, close to the first
Close
down.
to the first down. I don't know that he quite got it.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to be about
a yard short. I like those chances, though.
Oh, yeah. Again, it's going to be on the line.
The way they've challenged this line.
They're going to run. If it's not Mason right up the gut, I'll be shocked.
Mason gets the ball, goes up the middle, going to be a first down Senators.
I mean, just straight up the gut. I mean, 4 yards. 4 yards. They will take that right now. What's going to happen is they're going to lull Paoli asleep here in a second,
and
hit him
throw
on
one
a
over the top
play
of
action. And it may be right here with Harrison on a post.
Yeah. Bousman rolls. Goes off of, I believe that was Sanford's hands. Skips through to the end zone, but unable to hold on to it. So going to be second down and 10 here. You were exactly right. They faked that one to Mason in the backfield.
Yeah, Paoli their DBs were disciplined.
They stayed home.
And that's the respect they got for Sanford and Farmer out wide. I mean, if you don't focus on them, they're going to run right by you.
Yeah, we go back to our 2-back set.
Going to be McFeeters to White. No, they're going Mason this way.
Going Mason. He finds a little bit of a crease.
It's up to 25, so
gain of 4. Going to be 3rd and about 6. Great job by the Senators moving the ball, taking some time off the clock. They did score on their last possession, so they're driving, looking to score again.
Here comes McFeeters.
McFeeters out the other way.
He's going where that flag came from. I'm afraid that's going to be a hold, but nice run by Ropers.
McFeeters down inside the 10, but it's going to be a hold.
Yep.
Holden Bousman knows it's a hold. His head goes down. He knows it. So that's going to back him up.
Yeah, and that's a spot foul, so.
It was right at the line, so it's going to be 3rd and about 15.
3rd and 16. Ball comes back to the 36-yard line. But again, you don't have to pick it all up right here. Obviously, we're in 2-down situation. So pick half of it up, or, if you can get it all back in one play, great. But, I don't think you're going to see a play here where everybody's running to the end zone.
No. Going to be a pass.
Maybe. Oh, right through Chase.
Right through Chase Farmer's hands.
That's perfect, though. Perfect throw by Holden.
Chase baited on the in move and then came back out.
I say right through Chase's hands. He's got somebody right there with him every step of the way, and that's tough to be able to catch it and keep that concentration as someone's hands are right there with yours. So now 4th down and 16.
Senators bring in Parker Green.
We're going to take time
Take
out.
a timeout here. We're going to step aside, have a short commercial break. Be back in just a moment.
After a joint surgery, injury, or illness, Meadowview and Salem Crossing are the best choices for helping you recover. Our Moving Forward rehabilitation program offers a full range of therapies. We're here to help you return home safely with the skills you need to live life on your own terms. Meadowview and Salem Crossing, 2 great options for your rehabilitation. To learn more, visit asccare.com or call 888-996-8272.
Hello, it's Dr. Seth again from Ernstberger Orthodontics. Now, we've been tackling crooked teeth and bad bites with braces and Invisalign out of our Salem location for a while, and we absolutely love coming to the new office. We're so pumped to be able to offer a local option for folks wanting to improve their smile without so much driving and missed work and school. Not to mention, we're loving getting to know and support the wonderful Washington County schools, teams, and communities. When it's time for you or your family, smile with us at Ernstberger Orthodontics in New Albany and now Salem.
Back here to live action at Cookfield. Pass is going to be caught by Jake over the middle. He's going to end up getting in the end zone. Touchdown, Senators.
Wow.
Great play there by Jake to come out and start the action. Leaks right down the middle of the field and is able to pick up that touchdown.
Perfect throw.
Makes it 32-22 Senators. Once again, we are on 1220 WSLM AM and through our YouTube page, being picked up by IHSAA TV tonight. So if you want to watch the game live, go to ihsaatv.org and then find the link there. So Senators out for a 2-point conversion.
It's going to be a false start on, or did they jump?
I can't tell what the signal is.
It's going to be on Paoli.
So we're going to be in at the 1.5-yard line.
And I'm guessing they stick with their philosophy.
I bet they do. 4:31 to go here in the third quarter. The ball goes to Mason. Mason finds a hole and sneaks in. Going to bring it 34-22. Senators out ahead. Couldn't ask any more of the Senators in this second half. They challenged that line. The line has come out and has done exactly what they've been asked to do.
You're exactly right. So that makes it 34-22.
You can tell that the momentum has shifted here at Cookfield. It has changed to the Senators. The Senators seem to be able to run the ball much better than they could in the first half. They're throwing the ball. They're finding the open receiver. Holden does a nice job on that drive of finding Jake Strange.
Well, they got Jake in single coverage running down the field, and he kind of ran away from him, and Holden put the ball right on the money. I mean, Jake's so tall, the pass was a little low for him, but it was like around his thighs, and he was able to gather it in and then not just catch it, but get in the end zone.
I know that's something that Coach Sullivan is really happy with Jake being able to catch that ball at his knees, because sometimes those throws from those guards for the basketball team come in at the knees, so that proves that Jake can do it.
Oh, yeah. And, I like the fire that we're playing with. We didn't have that same fire in the first half, and whatever said at halftime needs to be bottled up and said before every game.
Jake Strange back to kick this one away.
Just keep backing up.
Jake gets that one. It's going to go to Bobbitt. Bobbitt going to catch it and come up the middle where he's met by 56. I believe that's Hunter Pate. I'm used to seeing him in his other jersey.
48.
So Hunter Pate puts the smack on that one.
4:24 left here in the third quarter. The Senators have came out and scored 16 unanswered points in this quarter to go from being down 22-18 to being up 34-22.
Kind of had a fire lit underneath them. That ball handed off to Bobbitt in the backfield.
And pick up
Jake Strange does a nice job of bringing him down after Farmer turned him in.
Mark him at 38, so it'll be a gain of 3.
2nd and 7.
Now Paoli's crowd's much more
relaxed.
Yeah. Quiet. Quiet was the word I was going to use.
Well, we can both have our own adjectives, I guess.
Exactly. All right.
There's a pass out.
Oh, nice
Parker
job by
Green
Parker
right
Green.
behind him as soon as he caught it, gain of about 1.5.
Thought it was going to be a big completion because he had so much space there, but Parker
closed from the outside on him. 24, Aaron Busick checks back in.
I'm telling you, that we got to know where that kid's at.
Yeah.
3rd down and 4.
Van Meter coming this way with some help. He gets turned back in.
I don't think that.
I don't know that he got the face mask. I think he got shoulder pads.
Yeah, and just slung him. But it is going to be enough.
It is going to be enough for a first down. So first down, Paoli, under 3 minutes to go here.
Paoli back to their power I. And he's going nowhere.
He's going nowhere there.
Chase.
Farmer wraps him up with the help of Jake Strange.
He got maybe 6 inches on that. It's not enough for a yard gain. Might mention if anyone's looking for games to go to this weekend, since the Senators weren't home this weekend, the young kids will be playing at Senator Field on Sunday. 5th and 6th grade play at 2:30, and then the 3rd and 4th grade play at 4.
We get a offsides on the Senators. I can't quite tell the number on that side. Oh, that's Trenton Binskin who must have jumped over there. So a nice hard count there by Van Meter to draw Binskin offsides.
And like I said, sometimes your enthusiasm and energy can backfire in those situations.
Van Meter keeps that one.
He's going
nowhere.
Charles Madden finishes him off.
Doesn't gain much there, if anything, before he's met. So it's going to be 3rd and 3.
Giving him no gain. Back to the power I. Probably going to be a power pitch this way.
He's met. Not going to get the first down there.
Is that Bobbitt again?
That's Bobbitt again.
It's his 17th carry of the night.
Bobbitt does a good job of waiting for something to develop. He's definitely patient there and calm and looking for the gain, but there was nothing there.
Big play. Minute 10 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 4th down and 3.
Going to be interesting to see. Senators have to stay on sides here.
And they're going to run.
They're going to run away from Jake. Holden comes up. He's going to get enough for the first down before Hunter Pate brings him down. Those of you at home, you hear the cowbells going. That means Ram first down.
Yeah.
Nice job by Van Meter there, getting out behind his blockers, following them to where he can pick up that first down.
Yeah,
Once again,
that was
Senators.
a designed run all the way. I mean,
yeah.
As soon as he got it, he tucked it, and he had his convoy out in front of him.
Yep, Senators are out ahead 34-22. 45 seconds left to go here in the 3rd quarter of play.
play action. They're
Play
going
action
deep.
going this
It's going-
way.
I told you that's
Going to be a catch.
Going to be down to the same play that they ran earlier in the game that we got an interception on. This time, Busic's able to catch the ball on the sideline on that wheel route.
Those of you at home get a nice view of how that looked. Not going to say the official was incorrect, but you get a nice look at that call. Bobbitt going to be brought down by Binskin.
I mean, Paoli fans are over here yelling for their line to block. I think our defensive line has just decided enough's enough.
Yeah.
They're getting great penetration up front. You got Jake, you got Binskin, you got Charles, and you got Bryce Brown there. Those front four are doing a tremendous job this half.
We're going to go ahead, step away for a short commercial break. We are at the end of the third quarter. Going to come back for the fourth. We'll be back in just a moment.
Hello, it's Dr. Seth again from Ernstberger Orthodontics. Now, we've been tackling crooked teeth and bad bites with braces and Invisalign out of our Salem location for a while, and we absolutely love coming to the new office. We're so pumped to be able to offer a local option for folks wanting to improve their smile without so much driving and missed work and school. Not to mention, we're loving getting to know and support the wonderful Washington County schools, teams, and communities. When it's time for you or your family, smile with us at Ernstberger Orthodontics in New Albany and now Salem.
Get your mugshot 7 days a week at WSLMradio.com from all over Kentuckiana, Clark, Floyd, Harrison, Jackson, Lawrence, Scott, and Washington counties.
Just go to WSLMradio.com and click on the police news and read the latest police news powered by Eddie Gilstrap Motors.
Follow the Gilstrap link to find the latest deals on new and used Ford, Lincoln, Mercury, and Jeeps, as well as scheduling your next service appointment.
80 years of their family serving yours.
Come visit America Flea Market in Salem. We've got over 22,000 square feet of treasures and one of the largest indoor flea markets in Kentuckiana. Located at 110 Progress Boulevard in Salem, we're one of the ultimate destinations for picking and saving and a fun place to shop. We have over 70 vendors and a huge selection of new, used, antique, primitive, and vintage items. Beat the heat. Stop in our air-conditioned store. Come and see us Tuesday through Sunday. We open up at 11 a.m. America Flea Market, where pickers pick and shoppers save.
First play of the fourth quarter, Rams went pretty much nowhere, got maybe a yard.
Yeah, if high school had instant replay, that pass completion would not have been ruled a catch.
That that's one of those things that a lot of states are looking at.
Ohio, I think, has gone to it.
Yeah, if you're a National Federation state, you can have instant replay, but it has to be on field with a monitor. So
maybe time you take your gig and up another level. Start being right down there.
It's one of those that I'm pleased that Indiana is not a National Federation state. It makes broadcasting a whole lot easier for us.
Right.
So going to be fourth down here. Rams trying to drive here, fourth and about 8. Van Meter going to keep
Bryce
it.
Brown got in there. I'm telling you.
Pass completed to 24, which is Aaron Busick. Another first down for the Rams. Very nice play there by them, where he's got a flag on the far sideline.
I think they're going to be holding or ineligible receiver downfield.
So this one may come back. We're going to see what it is.
Again, that's where we got to know where Busick's at on every
I'm
play,
not exactly sure what we're doing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Officials are out there looking. They're talking to Coach Bousman. Ineligible receiver downfield.
Two of them. So ineligible receivers downfield, so that's going to back the ball up.
Of course, they're going to accept that.
Of course. They're going to give them you can't give them a first down on they complete a pass because I don't.
So the first one's declined. The second one is accepted.
So West Washington will
take over on downs here.
Loss of down is a loss of down, or ineligible receiver.
Ineligible receiver is a loss of down.
Yes.
So does come to the Senators. 34-22, 10:30 left to go here in the third quarter of play. They're still discussing it.
Where they're putting it at the 28.
28. It's going to be a handoff to McFeeters.
Outside. He's got the corner.
Got the corner.
Great stiff arm there by Roper to get around the corner.
That is probably the third or fourth time that Caleb Van Meter has met Roper McFeeters out on that edge.
Gets Roper across midfield and into Paoli territory to the 48. You remember back, that was one of Landon McFeeters, his older brother, patting him moves, just stick that arm out. Of course, Landon was a lot bigger than Roper is, but, I'm sure Roper's seen that many, many times.
I know that the Senator coaching staff is hoping that Roper grows into Landon's body frame. So handoff to Mason Armstrong. He finds a hole. Nice gain of about 8 before he's brought down. Senators driving again at 9:45 left to go in the fourth period of play.
I'm willing to bet that we've got 2 running backs over 100 yards at the end of this game. I think they're already there.
We're going to see a steady dose of Mason and Roper both.
Yep. And as soon as they think that, look for Holden to pull it and take off.
Yeah.
Here comes Jet.
Jet sweep. They do a nice job of sealing that one off. He's not going to get anywhere, so maybe lose a yard there.
He's going to lose a yard on that.
Paoli has done a nice job of scouting that, and that's going to be in some scouting videos out there, I'm sure, of how to stop that.
And I think that's why a couple times early on they sent him in motion and then ran underneath it because teams were wanting to start spreading their defense out, knowing that Jet's coming, and then we had some successful runs underneath it, up the middle. Roper again. He's
caught from behind. It's
back up to
a nice job there by the Rams, able to stop that run out wide. They send one out to stop the forward motion, and then another guy comes in to clean it up.
I would not be shocked to see Mason right up the middle here. That's what we ran on 2-point conversions, and that's basically what we need right here is that distance. So
11 to go on the play clock. We're under 8 minutes.
Penalty.
Mason going to pick up the first down.
And more, but
it's going to come back.
Yeah.
So all that run there negated.
No.
That's going to come back. Going to be an illegal shift on the Senators. So we're going to back it up. Going to be 4th and, 7?
Yeah, it should be 4th and 7. Now Bousman drops back to punt.
This is where it's nice because Holden is the quarterback, so nothing saying he's not going to pull this one and throw it. That's exactly what he's doing.
And it's good.
It's caught.
Who's
going to be
about ineligible downfield?
They're going to call Jake an ineligible receiver downfield, although he was lined up as a tight end. So we're going to see ineligible receiver downfield. That's Jake. Going to be downfield too far.
Yeah, you'll see us definitely punt.
Yeah, you'll see us punt this one away. 7:37 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Senators up 34-22. Got 4th and 12 now. Senators definitely going to punt this one away.
You would think so.
Going back to Holden. Holden gets a foot on it, puts it up in the air.
And they're going to call a face
Call
mask.
a face mask on that one once he's already down.
Because these fans keep yelling face mask.
That's kind of an interesting call because once his knees hit the ground, that play is dead.
Yeah.
So.
Well, they're calling a personal foul face mask, and that's a big one. You had 15 yards onto that.
It's an interesting call on that one.
10 penalties tonight for the Senators.
That one ends up at the 42.
7:25 to go. Senators hanging on to that 34-22 lead.
Senators need a defensive stand here.
Yes, they do. Defense has played outstanding this second half.
Goes up to Bobbitt. He runs into the back of one of his linemen who is still down. So going to get training staff to come out onto the field here.
He's not moved.
He caught a shoulder pad right to the back of his knee, which is never a good sign. We're going to step aside, have a short commercial break. We'll be back in just a moment.
What's included in the price of a ticket when you attend a high school athletic event? For starters, greater opportunities for our kids.
And here comes Lopez. He dribbles, fakes, shoots, and scores! A high-paying job!
Putting today's young people on the pathway to success, inspiring them to never give up, encouraging them to always do their best, teaching them how to be better leaders. It's all included in the price of admission when you go to an IHSAA athletic event. All you have to do is buy a ticket.
I can do that.
High school sports. We pay, they play, everybody wins. This message brought to you by the IHSAA, encouraging you to go to a high school game this week and help build a future that benefits us all.
Oh, my goodness!
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Why would you wander around a warehouse store looking for paint when you could just swing by your neighborhood Ace? In addition to Ace's award-winning service, we have top-rated paint like Valspar and Clark & Kensington. Plus, our color matching technology allows us to match any color. So stop wandering and start painting. Head to your neighborhood Ace today.
Before your next project, talk to your local paint experts, Eva Marie and Erica, at Ace Hardware of Salem. Stop in today and see why we're the helpful place.
Back to live action here at Cook Field. Number 69 is the player who went down. Tony Lowe, who went down. He is being helped off the field, something that the Senators are all too familiar with.
He's putting zero pressure
on that
left leg.
That left leg, so not a good sign there for him. Hopefully he's okay. Like I said, Senators are fairly familiar with that that view. You know, a player coming off the field injured. Going to be 2nd and 6 here.
Bobbitt's going back.
Bobbitt gets met in the hole once again by Hunter Pate in his new number 58, instead of the 48 that he was.
Bring up a 3rd down and 3 for the Rams.
I'm almost guaranteeing we're going to see 4 down territory here.
Oh, yeah, the rest of the game, no matter where you're at. Chase
better back up a touch.
Yeah.
That was Parker Green.
Oh.
He doesn't get there.
No, he's going to gain a yard. That's it. Who was it? Bryce Brown, Hunter Pate.
A whole slew of them. Bryce Brown stretching out that leg. Senators pumping their arms up. Let's get up on your feet in the stands over there. When you look across, I see 2 Trenton Binskin faces over there on the top row. Van Meter keeps. He's going to get the first down. Hunter Pate gets there, but he's going to be about a yard too late. So first down Rams. 5:43 left to go here. Clock is rolling. Van Meter back to throw over the middle.
Busick again.
Busick again with the catch.
It's his 5th catch of the night.
He's played a heck of a game. The senior 6 foot, 165 wide receiver. It's going to be a pitch to Bobbitt. Bobbitt is met by Jake and then cleaned up by Charles Madden. Going to get maybe a yard. Maybe
3 yards.
3 yards.
They went fast time before, now they're huddling back up.
Trying to change that speed up.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, 34-22.
Senators in the 5 front.
Van Meter keeps. There's a hole.
That's got to be a hold. Yeah. You saw one of the linemen completely grab the outside linebacker. I couldn't see which one it was. It prevented him from being able to tackle Van Meter right in front of the official.
That's going to be a false start. We're going to back that one up. Going to stop the clock. 4:22 to go here. Rams are down 12, 34-22. Senators came out and scored early in the 3rd and then scored again. Paoli has not scored here in the 2nd half.
So
17, Andrew Benalis. The sophomore comes up the middle. Ball on the 17, going to be 2nd down and 10.
Back to the power I set. Fake.
Senators do a nice job staying home there. That's 24. Aaron Busick out of the backfield. Going to be 3rd down. Paoli trying to pick up the pace here. Bobbitt.
Set him up about 4th and 1.
Yep. Pitch out to Bobbitt.
Oh!
Nobody there. He's going to be brought down.
Harrison had him in the backfield
of a touchdown.
We'll mark it on the 4-yard line.
3:12 to go.
It's a fullback right up the middle.
Fullback right up the middle. Touchdown, Rams.
Who was it?
I'm looking. I don't know.
There's unsportsmanlike. If that's on us, that means Paoli's going to be able to pin us down at the goal line.
17, Andrew Benalis is the one who scores that touchdown. We've got the official coming over to make the call. Unsportsmanlike on the Senators. So they're going to enforce that on the kickoff.
Which means they will be kicking off from the West Washington 45-yard line.
Which you can bet that that's going to be an onside kick there.
11th penalty of the game on the Senators, too.
Paoli lines up, going for 2. Van Meter rolls this way. Looking, nothing. Floats it. Gonna end up getting a touch or a 2-point conversion.
Is that Busick?
I don't know who they're. Nope, 11. Ike Baker. So this comes down to, can the Senators field an onside kick?
Yeah.
I would guess we're going to see the hands team on this, since they're going to be kicking off from the Senator 45 after that unsportsmanlike. We're going to see an onside kick, and we're going to see if West Washington can fall on it. That'll then give the Senators around 3 minutes to try to burn up, which I'm betting we'll see a heavy dose of our 2 running backs out of the backfield, Mason Armstrong and Roper McFeeters.
Exactly right.
Paoli does have timeouts that they can stop the ball on.
Paoli kid down and see what happened, but someone training staff's all around. Again, this is the second Paoli player in the last couple minutes that has gone down for them.
Yeah. He's kind of met in the back of the end zone, gets up, and then tries to come off the field, but isn't able to make it off the field all the way. So he's down at about the 10-yard line.
Him and Busick kind of both went for that pass, and their eyes are on the ball and don't see the other one coming.
Yeah. So all of the Rams are down on a knee. They got a teammate down, so they're doing what's right there with the coaching staff. Checking out, making sure everything's okay.
So when play does resume, there'll be 3:07 left in the ball game, and the Rams will be kicking off from the center 45.
Yeah.
So West Washington's going to have to get at least 1 first down here, because I think Paoli's got all 3 of their timeouts left. I know the Senators have had to burn a couple in the second half. They've only got 1, but I think Paoli still has all 3 of theirs.
We're going to step aside for a commercial break. We'll be back once action resumes.
Let's get on our feet and give a big hand to the starting lineup at McDonald's here in Salem. The quarter pounder is coming on the field. Filet fish and those golden delicious fries are warming up on the sideline. And now for the feature star of the night, the Big Mac. You'll score every time with a hot, fresh meal from McDonald's in Salem, whether you're there for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Take a time out and stop by before or after the big game to check out their all-day breakfast menu or value menu. Download the McDonald's app and you can get great deals on delicious tastes all day long, including buy 5 McCafe drinks and get 1 free. You'll score every time with the wife and kids when you make a touchdown at the Golden Arches right here in Salem. And don't forget, McDonald's has gift cards so you can give that great fresh taste all season long. Or stop by 601 South Main Street today. And be sure to tune in on Wednesday nights at 7 for WSL. We'll be broadcasting live at McDonald's for Coach's Corner.
What's included in the price of a ticket to attend an IHSAA athletic event?
Harris cuts left, darts right, and goes straight to college!
High school sports teach life skills that go beyond the field of play. Skills that pave the way to a better education and a more fulfilling career. It's all included in the price of admission when you attend a high school athletic event. All you have to do is buy a ticket.
I can do that.
This message brought to you by the IHSAA.
After a joint surgery, injury, or illness, Meadowview and Salem Crossing are the best choices for helping you recover. Our Moving Forward rehabilitation program offers a full range of therapies. We're here to help you return home safely with the skills you need to live life on your own terms. Meadowview and Salem Crossing, two great options for your rehabilitation. To learn more, visit asccare.com or call 888-996-8272.
Wouldn't it be great to find a dealer that puts their customer satisfaction over their profits? Well, you have. Betty Gilstrap Motors in Salem, Indiana has been your hometown Ford dealership for over 80 years. No hassle, no pressure, and ranked in the top 6% nationwide for customer service. Specializing in Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, Eddie Gilstrap Motors is your one-stop shop for your sales, service, and auto body repair needs. Visit us today at EddieGilstrapMotors.com or come see us at 207 South Main Street, downtown Salem, Indiana.
Back to action here at Cook Field. Score gets a whole lot closer here on WSLM 1220 AM and on West Washington live stream. It is 34-30. Senators are leading.
And they've definitely got their hands team out there. You got Mason Armstrong on the front line now. And Holden Bausman's out there. And they're aiming it straight at, is that Charles on that far side?
Charles and Glenn Rankin, I believe.
Unless this other guy comes through and kicks it
this way. That's not going to go the 10 yards.
It goes 9 yards.
9 yards.
And so the Senators will take over there.
Rams do have timeouts to use here, so we will probably see those coming your way.
West Washington take over 36. Like I said, we're going to have to get at least one first down with Paoli's timeout situation.
This is, I'm sure, in that injury timeout there, the line was.
And it's going to Mason.
Mason gets out wide, going to get down on the ground at about the 42.
42. Be a pickup of 6 for Armstrong.
Let's see if Paoli uses a timeout here. They elect not to.
And so I would say we'll run about 20 seconds off this play clock before we snap it. Very patient getting the play in.
If you can't tell at home, we're on the Paoli side. That's why your camera's shaking.
It's McFeeters.
That's McFeeters up the middle.
He got the first down.
He's going to get a first down there. Clock's going to continue to run once they get set here.
7-yard gain for Roper.
2:22 left to go. Senators out ahead 34-30. We're going to get under 2 minutes before this ball is snapped. Got 19 on the play clock. McFeeter's going to get out wide here. Still looking for room.
Oh.
He's then met in the out wide.
Down to the 44.
44.
Nah, they're going to set it on the 45.
We'll set it on the 45.
So 6-yard gain.
That's still okay. We'll take that.
Yep, clock continues to run.
Number 4, Braxton Elliott, in on that.
I'm really shocked why Paoli is not using timeouts. It's like they're content just to let the Senators in this ball game.
Senators get set once again. Out of the gun, Holden Bousman. The ball snapped. Mason Armstrong, 2 hands on it. Going to gain maybe 1. Going to call a timeout there. Minute 16 to go. Timeout, Paoli. Minute 16 to go. We're going to stick with you right here.
Yeah, looking at the stats, I said we'd have 2 over 100 yards right now. Mason Armstrong, 14 carries, 116 yards. Roper McFeeters, 10 carries, 110 yards.
You were dead on.
Yep.
That's the second game in a row that McFeeters has been over 100 yards.
Mm-hmm. What was it the Mitchell game 2 games ago where Armstrong
was over 100 yards?
Well, like 150 yards.
Yeah, 150. But so 3 games in a row that we've had a running back over 100 yards. I think the game before that, the Crawford game, I think both of them had about 65 or 70.
Yeah, and, you know, that's a huge credit to our line. When you lose a kid like Bobby Stevens and all that he accomplished last year and expected to do this year, and, you know, now you got a freshman and then a senior that's not ran the ball much, is counted on to be your lead back, and both of them are getting over 100 yards. It's all about the guys up front.
Mason gets that one. Does not get enough forward progress to get the first down. Timeout once again, Paoli. Ball's going to be spotted on the 43. So timeout, Paoli. Once again, we're going to stick with you right here. Run down our sponsors once again. We have McDonald's there in Salem, Meadowview, Salem Crossing, Eddie Gilstrap Motors, Ernstberger Orthodontists, Salem Crossing, Eddie Gilstrap Motors, WSLM, American Flea Market, and Ace Hardware. Big thanks to those people who allow us to bring you these games. So always great to be able to bring it to you from everywhere we go. Next week will be a home game against North Central Farmersburg. They're at Art Sanders Field in Camelsburg.
I'm looking for a challenge either to our linemen that we're going to run it right up your back and get these 2 yards, or we fake that and Holden pulls it and what goes around the end and nobody's there.
I'll take either one of those.
No, I'll take it as long as we keep the ball.
As long as we keep the ball and get the first down, that's all that I'm worried about here.
Yeah,
Paoli fans up on their feet, shaking their cowbells. I'm hoping that it's reversed. It works for a first down for the Senators here.
Yeah, I agree with you.
That one given to Mason Armstrong. He gets out wide and going to get the first down.
That ends the game right there.
Clock going to start running as soon as the ball gets set.
The Senators will go into their victory formation, no doubt.
Mason up. Looks to be a little bit of a stinger in his leg.
Yeah, he may be cramping a little bit too.
But he's had quite a night tonight.
Yes, he has. I mean, that was a determined run by the lineman, by Mason. They knew they did not want to give Paoli the ball back and give them a chance with Busick, especially the way he's played tonight. So West Washington now takes timeout, 39.9 seconds to go. They will take a knee, and then this game will officially be over.
It's been a very a good test for the Senators to see what they're able to do, what that offensive and defensive line, how they're able to hold a team, how they're able to make the reads. They were challenged tonight, which is good to see. We haven't seen them challenged. They're challenged by a Paoli team that's got some big linemen. I mean, when you look out there, 64 and 75 walking across the field right now, those are big boys.
Yeah.
Probably 2 of the bigger ones that they've seen. Davis Minton goes 6'2", 315. And Tony Lowe, number 64, Davis Minton, is 6'2", 215, and then the other one is 260. So I mean they're big boys up front.
Yes, they are.
West Washington does take a knee there. They are going to pull out the victory here, 30-34. We're going to take a short commercial break, and we'll be back with scoring and stats here in just a moment.
Hey there, Radio Land. My name is Seth Ernstberger, and I wanted to make sure you'd heard about my new office, Ernstberger Orthodontics in Salem. We've got a spot now up here helping people find their happy when it comes to their smile and bite. It's one of my favorite things to do. So if you're wondering how braces or clear aligners like Invisalign can change your smile game, check us out on Facebook and Google, and then smile with us at Ernstberger Orthodontics in New Albany and Salem.
Listen up, high school sports fans. This cheer's for you.
Why all the love? Why do we think you're number one?
Because as high school athletes, we know there is no us without you.
We know that when you buy a ticket to see an IHSAA game or meet, you're helping pay for new uniforms, safer equipment, or even a bus ride to the game.
But we also know what you're really saying is, I believe in you. I believe you could be somebody.
When you think about all of the opportunities your attendance at an IHSAA athletic event creates,
And the fact that you paid for your ticket?
well, fantastic doesn't begin to describe how we feel about you.
High school sports.
You pay,
We play.
everybody wins.
This message brought to you by the IHSAA, encouraging you to go to a high school game this week and help build a future that benefits us all.
Caring people make the difference. You can feel it the minute you walk into Salem Crossing. Experts in long-term care, not just doing a job, but following a calling. They're here to help you and your family find answers and solutions and peace of mind. In fact, they become an extension of your family. For more information about Salem Crossing, visit ASCSSeniorCare.com or call 812-883-1877. That's 812-883-1877.
If you bought a ticket to an IHSAA athletic event last weekend, give yourself a giant pat on the back.
You helped ensure our school has the resources it needs to support our athletic program.
You might have even punched somebody's ticket to a better life.
Yeah, like mine.
So give yourself a big high five.
Yeah.
And thank you.
High school sports.
You pay,
We play.
everybody wins.
That's right.
This message brought to you by the IHSAA.
Back to live action here at Cookfield, where the Senators are successful coming in, getting the win. Coach Russell, break down some scoring and some stats for us.
See, first off, recap the scoring. The first quarter, no scoring took place in the entire quarter, but in the second quarter, on the first play of the quarter, Harrison Sanford catches a 27-yard pass from Holden Bousman. Two-point conversion was no good, making the score 6-0. Paoli responds at the 9:07 mark as Baker takes it in from 36 yards out. Then Baker also runs in a two-point conversion, giving the Rams an 8-6 lead. West Washington comes right back, though, at the 7-minute mark when Holden Bousman runs it in from 11 yards out. Again, the two-point conversion no good, but the Senators did lead 12-8. Paoli responds at the 5:23 mark as Busick takes a 69-yard pass from Van Meter for the touchdown. Their two-point conversion was also no good, making the score 14-12. At 57.1 seconds left in the first half, Paoli scores again as Bobbitt runs it in from 1 yard out, making the score 22-12. West Washington responds by scoring with 9 seconds left in the first half on a 10-yard pass from Holden Bousman to Harrison Sanford. Two-point conversion again failed, making the score 22-18, and that's where we stood at the half. Senators came out to start the third quarter. You could tell there was a very inspiring talk at halftime because they came out with a purpose running the ball. Mason Armstrong, Roper McFeeters. It was capped by a 40-yard touchdown run by Mason for the touchdown. Then he runs in the two-point conversion to give the Senators the 26-22 lead. Senator defense holds. Senator offense gets back on the field, this time on a 4th and long. Jake Strange catches a 36-yard pass from Holden Bausman for the touchdown. And Mason Armstrong again runs in the 2-point conversion, making the score 34-22. Paoli, though, does come back as they score with the 3:07 mark of the fourth quarter on a 4-yard run by Benet. And Baker gets a 2-point conversion reception from Van Meter, making the score 34-30. But the Senators was able to run the clock out on a big 4th and 2 conversion on a run by Mason Armstrong, sealed the game, and the Senators were able to go into victory formation and take a knee and end this ball game. Stat-wise, very competitive, just like the scoreboard. Paoli had 13 first downs. They ran the ball 48 times for 213 yards. They were 8 out of 11 passing with 1 interception for 123 yards for a total of 336 yards. Very clean game as far as neither team put the ball on the ground, no fumbles. Paoli was penalized 4 times for 17 yards. For the Senators, they had picked up 15 first downs in the ball game, rushing 31 carries for 258 yards. Great job again by Roper and Mason, but especially those big boys up front opening the holes, especially in the second half. We were 10 out of 16 passing with 1 interception for 160 yards for 418 total yards in the ball game. Senators, if they did have one problem tonight, that was in penalties, as we had 11 penalties for 110 yards, which I know Coach ain't going to be happy about, but one thing that will happen is our kids will be very well conditioned come next week when they have to run those. Individually for the Senators, Mason Armstrong led the way on the ground with 16 carries for 120 yards. Roper McFeeters also joins the Century Club tonight as he had 10 carries for 110 yards. Holden Bausman, 5 carries for 28 yards. As we said, Holden was 10 out of 16 with 1 interception for 160 yards. Harrison Sanford, 2 touchdowns tonight plus 6 catches for 70 yards. Jake Strange, 2 big catches for 68 yards. And Chase Farmer, 2 catches for 22 yards. And that wraps up our stats.
I mean, that's a real balanced game, just all around the Senators.
Yeah.
They throw it around, they run it. Both of the backs get to the century mark. That's a big deal for them. It's a good game all around for the Senators.
I agree, and I don't know where you mentioned this again, but as we said, it does clinch at least a share of the conference championship. And that will be decided when we go down to Perry in a couple and play down there. I'm not sure who they played tonight or how they've done, but irregardless, we go down there and win, we're the outright champs. If something would happen, they knock us off, we're guaranteed of ourselves of at least a tie.
We're gonna step aside. Coach Bausman is working his way up here. We're gonna step aside, have a commercial break, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Want to feel goosebumps? Then purchase a ticket to an athletic event at your local high school. You'll be making a lasting difference in your community. Buying a ticket to an IHSAA game or meet helps ensure your school has the funding it needs to operate. New uniforms, safer equipment, transportation. Your ticket purchase helps to pay for it all. You're also helping today's student athletes learn the life skills they need to get better jobs and become better leaders. Plus, you'll see them do some amazing things.
Whoa! Did you see that? Oh man, I think I just got goosebumps.
Me too.
High school sports. We pay, they play. Everybody wins. This message brought to you by the IHSAA, encouraging you to go to a high school game this week and help build a future that benefits us all.
After a joint surgery, injury, or illness, Meadowview and Salem Crossing are the best choices for helping you recover. Our Moving Forward rehabilitation program offers a full range of therapies. We're here to help you return home safely with the skills you need to live life on your own terms. Meadowview and Salem Crossing, 2 great options for your rehabilitation. To learn more, visit asccare.com or call 888-996-8272.
We're back live here on WSLM 1220 and West Washington live stream through our YouTube page. We're getting ready to have a quick chat with Coach Bausman, who's getting settled in here. It's a nice game when you can come out in the first half and put up some points, but not quite enough to be in the lead, and then come out in the second half and just really answer. Coach Bausman, what was the halftime speech like? It wasn't in a locker room. It was out behind the scoreboard, but.
Well, it was a lot of, I felt like we told the kids we would get some adversity in this game, and I felt like that when we got faced with some adversity, we were kind of turning on each other a little bit, we weren't gelling together. So the first part of the halftime speech was about believing in each other, being behind each other, supporting each other, and that was a big key, I felt like, in the second half. When you're up big, you can learn some things about your teams like we've had in these first few games. But when you're down at half and come out in the second half, that's when you're going to learn the most about your team. And I think we learned a lot about them tonight. We fixed some things offensively, just some little things, blocking, effort, technique. Defensively, we talked some things. So we came out and played a great second half. Really, you give Paoli all kinds of credit. We had a chance to go down and put the game, lock it down, and be done. And we didn't convert on that fourth down. Or we did, but we had a penalty, so then we had to punt the ball away. They drove the field. We didn't make some plays defensively when we got them in fourth down, but offensively, we get the onside, and then offensively we churn out some first downs. It was fourth down, and they called that timeout. So I asked the offense, "Can we get it, or do I have to punt it?" They promised me they'd get it. And they did a great job.
That's exactly what they did. We could tell during halftime, someone, I don't know if it was you or one of the assistant coaches, but somebody challenged the line, and you could just tell that they were completely different coming out in the second half. What they were doing.
And I talked to him some, but that's Dwayne and Coach Nance, Red Nance, and Coach Burks, Andrew. That's their baby, and. That they get all the credit for that. They are the guys that get them prepared each and every week. They're the guys that, at halftime or at quarters and timeouts, make those adjustments with those guys and do the things that we got to get done on the field. So those two coaches get all the credit for that.
Your two running backs have a huge night tonight. Both of them go over the century mark with Mason Armstrong and Roper McFeeters both running hard all night long. It's been a while since you've had two backs over 100 yards.
Yeah, it's nice, and we told Roper as the season goes, you're going to start getting more carries, and it's about right where we want at week 5, and start adding some carries to him. And what better time than it's not a conference championship game final yet because we still got to go to Perry and complete it, but we at least guaranteed ourselves a share tonight. So you can put a little championship tag on this game as far as the preparation and the play expected. And what better night for a freshman to come out and have 10 carries for 110 yards. And then Mason stepped up. I felt like Mason first half was just a little off, missing cuts, and missing the holes. And the cutbacks, we don't really have holes in our zone blocking scheme, but Mason ran like a man. That one touchdown down our sideline was amazing, and that's what seniors do.
You talked about it. You touched on it. It was a conference championship, at least part of a share of it. Your boys, still have an undefeated season going, and they've got some games ahead of them. And then, the travel down to Perry. You can't overlook a North Central team before you play that, and then you finish out the year with the Salem game. What are you doing to keep those guys motivated each week?
Well, I don't have to do a lot to motivate these guys. They're competitors, and, they were really excited to go to Mitchell in week 3 because week 2 against Crawford, we won big. Our guys get excited for competitive games, and they knew tonight was going to be competitive, and they stepped up and played at a very high level. Come on the road to a good Paoli's good. I don't care. They graduated a lot of guys, but they're still good. Their scheme is perfect for the kids they have. They got kids that'll make plays. And, they were 3-1 coming in. They could have very easily been 4-0 if they'd been playing these last few games like they did, if they'd played that way when they played Corden. And, I give all kinds of credit to Corden, but this is a good Paoli team. And we had to come on the road and do it. We got to come here, and we got to go to Perry. We got to go to Salem. We went to Eastern, another county rival. Our guys prepare themselves each and every week. We do things that is going to prepare them, but mentally, from a competitive standpoint and the drive to win ball games, these guys, they've got it, and it's a lot of fun to coach them.
Well, Coach, we're going to let you go ahead and get out of here, go celebrate with your team, with your coaching staff. As always, thanks for joining us.
All right, great. Thanks, guys.
I'm going to give Darren just a second to settle back in here. It's a kind of a championship night. The Senators do pull at least a share of the championship here. They still have to, like Coach said, go to Perry and complete that 100%. But they're going in undefeated right now. They do have the North Central team that they're going to play next week, and then travel down to Perry for that. We're going to let Coach Russell give his final thoughts here.
Again, a very impressive win by the Senators. The response at half is what really I like the most tonight. I mean, you saw those kids come out. They had been challenged, there's no doubt. And, they were hopping around. They were excited. And, it was fun. And that's what you want to see your kids respond like. And they did a tremendous job. And, now they got to keep that. They can't be satisfied, and they won't be satisfied. This coaching staff will not let them be satisfied. But they come back home next week, and there's a lot going on next week, a lot of distractions because it'll be homecoming. It'll be the breast cancer awareness, so it's a pink out game. Plus, it will be senior night because that will be our last home football game. So there's a lot of things that are going on that can distract these guys. But I think also, even though players may have changed some, I think most of these kids are going to remember that the Farmersburg team is the one that knocked them out last year in sectional. So, there may be some payback in their minds, but, there's going to be a lot of things going on this week. I encourage you to see everybody come out next week for a big crowd and send these seniors out in style and get win number 6.
Well, thank you, Coach Russell. As always,
thank you.
We'd like to thank the studio back at Radio Ridge, WSLM 1220 AM for allowing us to do this, along with IHSAA TV, picking up our stream and allowing us to send that out. So big thanks to everybody and all the people that tuned in. Once again, this is Craig Akers and Darren Russell, and we're signing off.